Welcome, friends and fans of Fisticuffs and Finishes. You found the right spot this Sunday. The ESFL. I'm Boiler here on the Analyst desk. My good friends Ricardo and Doctor. How you doing there, guys?
No, it's a great night of fights that we've got. I'm absolutely buzzing to be here. Really looking forward to the Alithon players out. How about you, Doc?
Yeah, it's always nice to be back on the Analyst desk. And as you mentioned, it's a fantastic night of fights ahead as well.
Yes, sir. So we got the PlayStation on deck. Let's take a real quick look at this card. Dark and no mercy at the top. But man, from top to bottom, it's really stacked up. And the competitors, even more stacked. Ricardo, super quick, what fight are you looking forward to the most tonight?
I mean, the main event is the main event. It's the one we're all here for, really. Dark, labelled as one of the best camps in the game, been around for a while, got some of the best players like Romero, Swiss, up against NM. NM probably the dark horses for the PlayStation side, with Harry, with Smudger, with Mesri. So I think that three is going to cause problems for Dark, and we could see an upset there in that one.
All right. Doc, real quick, what are you looking for tonight?
EK versus KA. EK went fantastic on the Xbox side, 2-0, so I'll be interested to see if they can do the same on the PlayStation side, as well as KA are the killers next for a reason.
For sure, man, for sure. All right, before we get deeper into today's card, let's rewind just a little bit. Talk about last week. We had the Xbox last week. Doc, first matchup, Lethal Weapon, Kingsman. What can you tell us about how that went?
Well, you had Onjay take a win early on against KM Basic, put on a performance and a half, but then KM stepped up and took a victory with Caliber beating Hybris, as well as Noetta beating his opponent.
Ricardo, saw you guys got a 3-0 sweep over Vex. Man, tell us about how you guys prepped and how you pulled that off.
I mean, I'll just add it in, the first sweep in the SFL history, so I'll just put that in there. Obviously, we had Kez in the first fight. He set it off strong from the start. He got that submission when Chris shot in for the takedown. I mean, it was great from Kez, really, just a statement performance for himself. Holloway in that one, just basic cruise to a victory. and the Babe and Ash versus Bossman fight was honestly one of the maddest fights I've ever seen. There was like
Yeah,
Ash's block disappeared in about a minute.
that was crazy.
Bossman got one dropped. It was a wild one.
A lot of fun. If you guys didn't see it last week, definitely go back in the archive. That's one of the coolest things about this team format. Going back and seeing the teams before the matchups, I think is going to be evergreen content. Let's move on to the third match from last week. We had BFAT versus Diddy Boxing. Doc, what can you tell us about this one?
Well, you had the Concept versus Slick fight, and that was a fight and a half. Concept came out, got the first 2 rounds, and Slick, annoyingly, as someone who's part of the DB camp, did actually get the win, which was then followed by Dirty Dave and Sochine putting on a striking class between the two, who were mixing a bit of grappling. Sadly, Dave did get that win, and the following fight also went in the favour, clean sweeping DB.
Yeah, man. BFAT is definitely stacked. Good effort there by DB, though, for sure. Not over yet. Only 2 weeks in. Let's go through this final matchup here, Ricardo. Bang Bang Bullies, Elite Kings. Again, this was on the Xbox side. How did this turn out?
Yeah, so in this one, obviously, we had Bang Bang Bullies versus the Elite Kings. It was a very, very close matchup. Coming in, obviously, we had Cherry versus Pablo Grips. We didn't know how that one was going to go. Very even either side. And we obviously seen Cherry getting the finish in that one. It was a great fight back and forth. Seen Capelot grind to a decision as well. Some say Yadar won it, but Capelot ended up getting the nod. And then we seen B3 Zach absolutely run through Scarface as well, which I know some people in the Discord was happy about.
Yeah. No, so I mean, great card last week. It's been an awesome season so far. Let's real quick recap the standings, because remember, team-based format, we're looking for playoffs. The top 4 teams make the playoffs. So after 2 full weeks of Xbox, this is what we're looking at. FSD, Elite Kings, and the Kingsmen, all 2-0. But unfortunately, we got 3-0-2 as well. It's going to be a tough road back, but hey, I still think it's quite early. Ricardo, what do you got to do to not only keep your 2-0 streak, but, you know, beat some of these other guys that are up and coming and not just make the playoffs, but get that top seed?
I think we've just got to do what we're doing. We just take every fight as they come and just win. That's all we can do, really. Don't really care about sweeps. We just win. That's just what we want to do. You know, like
just win, baby.
Just win at all costs. Win at all costs.
I like it. And Doctor, at 0-2, you still could easily come back, be 5-2. I mean, there's 7 fights, 7 weeks of competition off 8 teams. At 0-2, what have you been telling the boys? What have you guys been doing to get back on track next week?
You reset, you go again. Each camp is a different fight every time. And so even if you are 0-2, there's another 2 camps which are 0-2, which means you can get at least another 2 wins if you're good enough. And even if you're maybe not going to be able to make playoffs, you can definitely make a case that your camp's one of the best out there. And I think even maybe if you're not confident in getting to the playoffs, that's at least going to be your point. And that's a reason to keep going and keep looking for the win further down the line.
Definitely. All about that pride, that ESFL pride. I love it. I love it. Let's move on now. Today's PlayStation. So let's look at the PlayStation standings before we dive into a little bit more of the team matchups. Ricardo, what's maybe the most surprising from that first week of PlayStation when you're looking at this, when you're looking at how things are shaking out?
I mean, probably EK losing to the Kings. You know, Battle of the Kings, the Elite Kings versus the Kings. And seeing TK beat him, it was rather a fun watch, shall we say.
Doctor, any other surprises? Or maybe the things turning out as you expected? I know it's only been 1 week, but you know, there's a lot of action on that first PlayStation card.
I mean, there's always a lot of action. It's a different kind of format. Nobody's particularly used to it. And I expect these are going to change massively, as we see with maybe the top guys aren't going to stay the top guys. Bang Bang being one, the Bang Bang Bullies being 1-0, but Dark's just below them. So when those 2 go together, that's going to be an interesting type. On the other hand, though, you've got the 0-1 guys like KAA, and they're fighting the EK a lot, and so they're both 0-1, which means come by the end of tonight's show, you do have one of them being 0-2, and again, that refers to my other point of, are they going to be looking to make the playoffs, or are they going to look for more of a pride idea here tonight?
Absolutely. So, look at the first matchup of today. We have Prioxis' Toon Squad taking on the Showtime Killers. Ricardo, you got a prediction on this one?
I think the Tune squad are going to get it done. Aussie Kid looked very impressive. The last time he fought, obviously, he got Jonathan as well. Priox is in there, so I've got Tune squad in that one.
Nice. Doc, how about yourself?
I'm going to go for STK only because I support STK just a slight bit more. But if I'm being non-biased, it's probably more leaning towards the favourite of Tune Squad here.
Okay, I think this is a really good matchup. Pretty darn even. Both of them trying to pull themselves up by their bootstraps. Moving on, EK. They are 0-1, as you noted, going against Killers in Action. Also 0-1. It just so happened that the 4 teams that lost are facing each other this week. The 4 teams that won are facing each other. Ricardo for EK and Killers in Action, both without a win. Who's going to come out with a win after this week?
I think EK are going to get a sweep. From speaking to people who kind of run the PlayStation side, I think they're like kind of motivated and they're going to go full strength and just be like as strong as they can to make sure they win.
Yeah, maybe a little embarrassed and want to really rub it in for that loss last week. We'll see. I look forward to that. Doc, how about yourself? What do you see to here?
I think it's purely dependent on the roster they bring to the table. EK has a multitude of people in their roster, so does KA. I think some work as better matchups, some don't. So I'm going to favour EK. However, that may completely change it depending on their roster here tonight.
Great point. Great point. Those rosters, as everybody knows, only released 2 hours before competition. So these guys know the weight classes they're fighting at. They don't know who they're fighting. That puts a lot of different strategy at play. I think that's a really fun part about this season. Third matchup, we got Bang Bang Bullies 1-0 versus the Kings 1-0. Ricardo, who you looking at here?
Ooh, I think it's a very intriguing matchup. I think two camps who came in quite underrated. Obviously, we've seen what TK done in week 1 to week 8 and Bang Bang Bullies. I think they're more viewed as like a fan favourite camp, but no one actually really considers them to be one of the best, but they actually are. They just more get the credit for being like the fan favourite one. So I think it's going to be a great one, and it's going to be a very fun one to watch. I can't pick a winner in that one.
All right, I like it. Doc, go ahead.
Well, you saw TK take on EK, and they won. So honestly, I would favour TK just because of EK. They were probably looking more against the underdogs, and so they're probably going to be the same here, as Ricardo mentioned, B3 being the fan favourites, and so maybe B3 at least if you're just on a public perception, but probably on the roster-wise, I'll say TK will be the ones you want to be wary of here tonight.
Nice. That's why you watch the analyst desk, folks, is insights like that. Let's go to this main event. I'm going to you first, Doctor. Who are you looking at? Dark, No Mercy.
Both of these camps are hella good camps. You have got multiple names on the NM side, such as Smudger, and on the dark side, you've got people like Romero. So it purely depends on their roster. Again, it's the same way as it was with the EK versus KO matchup. It's massively dependent on roster. They both got fantastic players. It just depends on how they match up. Honestly, overall, probably Dark would be the betting favourite. However, you could definitely put a couple of bets on NM to win at least one, maybe even 2 matches here tonight.
Nice, nice. Ricardo, bring us home. Dark versus No Mercy. Sensing an upset, or is there even a favorite here?
NM sweep.
NM sweep, 3-0 over Dark, huh? Woo, buddy. Let's see if you put your channel points where your mouth is, because you can win some big coinage on the ESFL Twitch site with that, I think. But I like the prediction. I like the boldness. No Mercy is not to be overlooked. Man, that's a tough one. Again, I think it really depends on the lineup, so we'll have to see. I'm the host. I don't have to make a prediction this time. I did last week. I did pretty well, though. Moving on, I think we're going to bring it to the action. Analyst desk is just about over. Ricardo, where can people find you?
People can find me on FSD MMA, the YouTube channel. We'll do watch along through SFL sometimes as well. So if you want to be the corner and do podcasts as well, we do like all kinds of shows as well. So if you just subscribe on there, then you'll see me there.
Awesome. Doctor, I'd love to have you on the analyst desk so much more often. Where do people follow you?
If you want to find me anywhere else, I will be at Primetime MMA on Twitch and YouTube.
Awesome. Well, without further ado, we're going to turn it on over to Bay, and I'm a boxer, for the main show of the night. Let's go. We're live, ESFL, PlayStation. Here you go.
Fast, already try. Oh, beautiful counter to the takedown. Thank you for joining us tonight.
A disadvantage Zayef, but then he.
A little too much on Trixie. Nice shooting, but turning.
Watching our Twitch, watching on YouTube, watching from around the world tonight. I know the UFC isn't on right now, but guess what? The virtual octagon is here. Hello everybody and welcome back once again to the ESFL, the Esports Fight League. It is Season 4, Week 2 of our PlayStation League here for possibly the final season of UFC 4. My name is Bailey and thank you for joining me once again as always. Actually, as always for this season, I should say, I've got my main man, Mr. Armor Boxer, with me tonight. How are you feeling, Boxer? On to Week 2 of PlayStation. It should be a fantastic night of fights tonight.
Yeah, definitely feeling good. Looking forward to these great night of fights. I'm seeing some big names. Some people hadn't got a win yet. Looking at some nice, like, elite camps. So looking forward to a great night of fights.
Yeah, these guys have really put in some of their best players tonight, Boxer. We'll take a look at this full card in a minute as everyone filters in here. But these guys, obviously, we let them make their own teams for this season. Stack the roster. You put three guys forward every Sunday. But tonight, we've seen this, and it is stacked tonight, Box.
Yeah, definitely stacked from top to bottom. I mean, as soon as we start out, any of these fights stand out to you?
Yeah, well, let's take a look first of all at the standings so far, right? Because if some people may still not know what's going on this current season here, because we are Week 4, Season 4. So this season, guys, instead of individual fighters, we have teams competing against each other. These are the current standings for PlayStation after just 1 week. Week 2 is tonight. So at the top, we've got 4 teams that won in the first week: Bang Bangs, Bullies, Dark, No Mercy, The Kings, and 5, 6, 7, and 8. We've got the Tune Squad, Elite Kings, and Killers in action, as well as the Showtime Killers yet to pick up a win tonight. But things are about to change, Boxer, because these guys are all shifting around. They're all going to be having new opponents tonight, and things are going to get pretty damn interesting. So let's jump over and have a look at the event card right here, so you guys can see what's on the line tonight. Nothing but good fights. Boxer, we are gifted with the Tune Squad taking on the Showtime Killers. EK taking on the Killers in action. We also have Bangs Bullies. Is this possibly okay? This is possibly the wrong card you're looking at right now. Don't worry. I'm telling you what's happening. Bang Bang Bullies are taking on the Kings, and No Mercy are taking on Dark. So there we go. You can have a look there on Week 4. That is the correct lineup right there from top to bottom. Dark taking on No Mercy. Bang Bang Bullies taking on the Kings. EK taking on Killers in actions right there, and the Tune Squad will be taking on the Showtime Killers. So there we go. We will update the rest of that later. But Boxer, so far we've seen these guys compete. We went through the teams that have currently got wins. You surprised by any movement at PlayStation so far? You know, the teams you expected to win in their matchups last week, do you think they all did as you expected?
Yeah, definitely. I think right now I'm really looking for Tune Squad to come out and get a win. I think they need to get a win. And I'm also looking at Dark. They really rolled out the red carpet here of fighters. When you talk about Swiss, Papa Doc, and Goat, looking forward to that in the main event. It's going to be absolutely crazy.
Yeah, man, we'll go through the rosters as we get to them. But like you said, the first matchup tonight, we have Priox's Tune Squad taking on the Showtime Killers. Showtime Killers are the team that qualified for this season in the preseason qualifier show. So let's have a look at the rundown here between these two teams. Both teams submitting 3 men this evening. We have team captain Priox is fighting first. He's taking on Diaz. JMMA will be taking on Mound Jax, or he's French, as we've been told, so perhaps Monjac is the name, who knows. Aussie Kid will be taking on MMA Genius, so they've locked those in, Boxer. What are we feeling?
Oh man, I mean, yeah, I'm looking. I mean, anytime that you got Prioxis on this card, I mean, you know, I'm probably going to go with Prioxis. JMMA has a lot of talent, and I'm really looking for JMA to come out and get a win. MMA Genius, very impressed with his performance last week, so I want to see if he can continue that. And this right here, we're starting out stacked already. Like, can't wait.
Yeah, we are indeed. All right, well, considering the first fight is ready to go, it looks like, so let's jump on over. Prioxis will be repping the team tonight. The Tune Squad matching up first as the team captain, taking on Diaz, PK Diaz right here from the Showtime Killers. So here we go, guys. First matchup, flyweight. I believe Tune Squad won the toying costs, and they chose the weight class, so they've picked flyweight here, Boxer.
Okay. So we're looking at Prioxis first. We know who Prioxis is, the legend of all legends. Simulation style approach, legendary fight IQ, all around fighter is Prioxis, but what he has in front of him right now is PK Diaz. All right, elite presser, sharp boxing, high fight IQ also. So you got high fight IQ on top of high fight IQ here. They are fighting in the flyweight division, and we're looking at maybe they're going to lock in this Brandon Moreno versus TJ Dillashaw pickups here. This is going to be we know Dillashaw can take it anywhere from the standing to the ground. Moreno is very talented, very fast striker, and I can't wait to see this fight play out, as both of these fighters has a very high fight IQ, and we should have a good fight on display for the first fight of the evening, baby.
Yeah, let's go. I know Priox has been putting some videos out about Brandon Moreno this week. But there we go. On the left-hand side of your screen tonight will be Tune Squad in the red corner for all three of this best-of-3 matchup here against the Showtime Killers. They will be in the blue corner. This one, Team Captain Pry with the Moreno pick coming out, dictating the pace, trying to take the center already. Using that boxing in this fight, I would imagine, Boxer.
Yeah, definitely. So we know Prioxis has a nice stand-up game, and we already see that combination coming out very quickly, and you got to be cognizant of that power of Brandon Moreno and the speed of 98, baby.
Nice. Straight to the body, then step in straight to the body. Double up the same shot, but different timing. That's going to do big damage and take chunks off the long-term stamina. It was a nice kick catch there with the turning elbow, but didn't land flush. Slipped straight off the middle again from Pry, really making that right hand work for him. And Diaz here going to have to be careful about his entries, because Pry's very good at timing you as you try and step forward with that pressure, Boxer.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking at right now, Prioxis is using that speed, and he is snapping that jab out there, but I'm seeing Diaz come back with a combination of his own, and it seems like the stamina advantage is going to Prioxis early, but look at that lunging hook there, signature hook there by TJ Dillashaw and Diaz.
Yeah. Someone's been watching Romero's tutorial that dropped the other day, I think, about TJ Dillashaw, but Pry doing a good job. Nice lead leg question mark kick came up there as well, but now the straights are working for Diaz, but he is giving up a lot of ground even when he's landing. Pry taking the center. Got shot to the body, right hand over the top right there, really slipping off the center line. Gonna have to be careful slipping to the outside though, because that switch step lead hook will catch him again and again. But halfway through the second round here, both these teams got losses last week. So at least one of these teams will get some points on the leaderboard after this best-of-3 is concluded here. A good start to this round and fairly even so far, Boxer, although Pry sneaking ahead there with some head damage.
Yeah, definitely. I'm seeing both of these fighters go through adversity. I'm seeing both of these fighters also had their moments there. I like what Diaz is doing. He's attacking the legs there, Prioxis, but Prioxis is getting a lot of good head damage in. But Diaz is also returning the favor. I mean, Prioxis right now is controlling that center of the octagon. I might give a slight advantage to Prioxis, but you never know how to judge. Go see it huge right there, Bailey, just as we said it. And Prioxis taking this fight down to the ground, but it gets a late denial there by Diaz.
Yeah, the straight lead uppercut. Fired it 4 times, got a nice rock. Good head health though still on Diaz despite the damage, but the straight lead uppercut all day. It's so quick, so fast. Now switching, trying to get it southpaw on the open side. But that takes the first round right there for Pry. Straight out of the hands of Diaz in what was pretty close of a matchup. I'm going to start grinding away and wearing on that TJ Dillashaw chin, which is a little low in this game, Boxer.
Yeah, definitely. I like what I'm seeing from Pryoxis. It seems like he's out tonight to fight a very smart fight. He has a rock. He has, well, not quite a takedown. I think he's going to secure this round and then, you know, may kind of get a little, you know, less safe coming out in the second round, but I would have to get that first round of Pryoxis.
Yeah, pushing a little towards the end perhaps, but probably first round to Pryoxis here. Again, the Toon Squad in the red corner for this best of 3 matchup. After this, JMMA will be representing the Toon Squad taking on Mount Jacques, and then we've got Aussie Kid taking on MMA Genius. So best of 3, you see the score in the bottom right, 0-0 so far for this team. First of 4 teams that are fighting this evening. The Toon Squad versus the Showtime Killers.
Yep. Okay, and like you said, Balian, you got to watch out for that chin and TJ Dillashaw. It's only a 90, so it's not even average. And look at turning takedown here from Pryoxis is coming out and going to secure this takedown here early in the round. If he can have his control time, land some strikes and posture up, maybe with a win in round 1. I mean, he is in a good spot here, Balian. Just being really careful here.
Yeah, it was lovely double leg. You've got a high-level move set on Brandon Moreno to hit those double legs. Great job to take advantage of it. You can hold top position, steal around here, Boxer, why not? But we're in the full guard now. Hit bump there for Diaz, but wise posture up from Pride doesn't let him do anything with it. Pride's very, very good on the ground. I may have underestimated him last time I went there when I was fighting him. He is very good. He understands the GA system very, very well, and that's a perfect example there. Arm triangle fake, opens up the window for the side saddle pass, gets it nice and easily there. Now Diaz gonna have to force his way out of side control bottom, gets back to half guard. Very methodical approach here from Diaz. Very safe, Boxer.
Yeah, very safe. Right now, it's a slight advantage here from Pryoxis with this Moreno pickup, and I was just about to say that bottom control of TJ Dillashaw at 91, he was able to get a nice counter, and now he is on top, and this is what he needed right now. I mean, that was a nice counter, Bailey, and when you're throwing too many strikes on top, you can get a little too overzealous and get reversed.
Oh, and that's a beautiful sweep.
Another sweep by Pryoxis.
And not everybody has that in their arsenal, but Brandon Moreno does right there, but got a little too hasty on the pass. That will be a free reversal right there for Diaz. Going to run the pipe single into the double and then straight back down. Retakes the top position, so it was great by Pride to get out of it, but wise move again. It's all about who's done the most significant strikes so far, Boxer. And if you ask me, it's been fairly even. This bit of ground and pound, the kind of stuff that can help you win this round.
Yeah, exactly. And surprisingly, Moreno is good on the bottom also. He has a 92 on the bottom control. TJ Dillashaw actually only a 91 on the top control. So I would think Pryoxis is comfortable in this position, but you still don't want to be here taking shots as Diaz postures up here. I don't think any fighter has done too much damage here, so I don't know how much this will count in round 2, but nothing else has happened in round 2, so it has to be close here. This could be anyone's round, baby.
Yeah, I really hope Pride can find a submission attempt or something. I think he went for the armbar right there, maybe the guillotine over the top, just something, because a couple of strikes from Diaz. Now here's a perfect chance just to hit the armbar. Gonna take the 4-man transition instead. Nice deny there by Diaz. Piles down the back or get up before the end of the round, but very, very close round, that one. Very hard to tell. We may have taken that one. It could be one apiece as we move into third and final between these two. Tonight, guys, as well, you will see that we have new Twitch emotes. For those of you who are watching here on our ESFL official Twitch channel, you can make those predictions for the fights with the coins. But now we have new Twitch emotes for tonight as well, specifically for the PlayStation guys who are fighting tonight. And also, if you see something that is fight of the night or performance of the night worthy, we need you to spam the appropriate emote in the Twitch channel. Thank you.
Definitely spam some for me. I love spamming emotes. Okay, coming out, Bailey, in this round 3, and this could be anyone's fight. And I think I'm seeing Pryoxis pour on this pressure. He has that sense of urgency that he needs. We see a nice pull there, no return. And right now, let's see if this fight can stay on the feet. And the huge front kick there by Diaz on Pryoxis, and that's huge, Bailey.
Yeah, Diaz is sticking Pry right now. His head health down a little bit. Got to be careful there. A couple of combinations, bounce off the block, step through, right hook. Off the center line slip, that's a nice shot, but doesn't land. Pry hunting that lead hook, but it's the uppercut that finds its way in, and he throws a few more. Catches him on the way down, but that's one way to step ahead in the third and final round right here, Boxer.
Yeah, Bailey, huge knockdown by Pryoxis, and that's exactly what he needs. And we talked about it. You talked about it early. You got to watch out for that head health. of TJ Dillashaw is only a 90, and it seems like Prioxis is taking advantage of that, and he is staying safe, and he is able to land those swift combinations, Balian, to knock Diaz down, and that's exactly what he needed to take control of this fight.
Yeah, he has to be careful here though, because he is getting tagged. Sometimes his head health is dipping, but the hand speed of Prioxis, he's definitely taking advantage. Hit a 4-piece combination off a double jab earlier, and he knows how good that jab is on Moreno. He does sets it up there beautifully. Double jab, right hook, knocks him down. Uppercut on the way down, and the TKO with the ground and pound. Bryce set that finishing shot up beautifully there, Boxer. Gets a win for his team. That's 1 point on the board for the Toon Squad.
For the Toon Squad, like Balian, that combination is coming out so fast there from Prioxis, especially with that 98 striking power of Brandon Moreno. I mean, it just set Diaz down, and that is the way that you want to come out and set the tone early for the Toon Squad. Prioxis getting it done here to start out a nice night of fights, I should say. Can't hurt together. And Balian, man, that's very impressive.
Yeah, man, great performance from both guys, really. You know, Diaz definitely showed up to fight tonight, represent the team, the Showtime Killers, but Prioxis, you know, didn't manage to get a win last week, had a tough opponent, now picks up his first win here in Season 4, and yeah, that's 1 point on the board for the rest of the team. They're going to be happy with that. All right, it was a tough fight, back and forth, used his boxing, used the quick jab, the hand speed, and he's been talking about Brandon Moreno ever since on all his content this week, I think, Boxer.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that is a very good pickup there. I mean, you can't go wrong with Brandon Moreno, especially when you get in the ESFL and you want to have a comp, you know, pickup. That's definitely the one of the guys to go.
Hell yeah. Okay, right. Well, we've got plenty more to get through tonight. That is 1 point on the board for the Toon Squad. JMMA up next, representing them. If he picks up a win here, Boxer, they will officially win this best of 3. And that'll be some victory points for them in the standings, which hopefully we'll be able to show you soon enough again towards the end of the night, once everything's said and done. But let's move to the second fight. The Toon Squad sending in JMMA. SDK get the first pick now at welterweight with Monjou or Mount.
Yeah, Monjou or Jax. All right, so right now, we hadn't seen a lot of JMMA. Very good content creator. And do not make a mistake. JMMA is very talented, just as talented as Prioxis. And also, if he's in this Toon Squad, definitely high IQ, elite at grappling, patient at his striking. All right, but what he has in front of him, Mount Jax, I might say, good pressure, good stamina management, which is very important in this fight. So both fighters can't pick up Leon Edwards. Let's see. I'm thinking somebody is going to get Leon Edwards. They're looking at Leon Edwards and all of these perks that he has. Laser focus when you pick up Leon Edwards, because, I mean, you're talking about straight Superman. Maybe they won't pick him. Maybe we see JMMA, we see he has elite grappling. You get that George St. Pierre pickup. Now you're looking at getting Nate Diaz to counter that, because Nate Diaz is very good off of his back, talking about the rubber guard. So this may be one of the better counter pickups for somebody getting GSP. What you think, Dave?
Yeah, I think that's a great thing you pointed out there. Of course, yeah, Diaz, you do have the good bottom ground stat there as well, and also you can pressure against a GSP player, and they don't tend to do great off the back foot really as well. You can land a bunch of shots, try and tag that chin up. JMMA does have the first pick here, USA versus France in this matchup here. So Jay looks to be locking in GSP. I don't know if we're waiting for something specifically, as they just figure stuff out in the back right here. But yeah, we've got 4 teams for you tonight, guys. If you are just joining us right now, we're watching the Toon Squad take on the Showtime Killers. Then we have EK taking on KIA, Killers in Actions, Bang Bang's Bullies taking on the Kings, and No Mercy taking on Team Dark in the 4th and final matchup tonight. And they'll lock it in. Ready to go here? Yeah, we go. All right, GSP versus Diaz.
All right, so with Mount Jax, I'm looking at how Jax is going to come out and control this stamina, because if he's already good at controlling stamina, you definitely pick the fighter that has great stamina. Higher altitude, marathoner perk. Both of these perks play dividends on your stamina, especially when it goes into round 3, which if it goes there, then that could be the turning point. I want to see if JMMA is able to get this fight to the ground with this GSP pickup. This should be a good one, Bailey, in round 1.
Yeah, already forward pressure right here from Jax. Just steps straight into Jay, who's going to have a little bit of trouble with GSP on the back foot, but you've got some good side kicks, things like that. Nice snapping jab to the body. Anything you can land to the body like that can interrupt combinations, interrupt stamina regeneration, can be really, really handy against a pressure fighter. But double jab straight, nice counter with the knee there from Jay. Mixing stuff up already, but there we see the straight to the body on the other side. There's a big chunk of damage to the stamina.
Yeah, definitely. You can't. I don't care how good you are at stamina management. And look at there, we already see a takedown. GSP 98 in his takedown offense, but he got a late denial there. Was Jackson. He is doing good right now. And right now, I'm looking early. JMMA has a stamina lead, but just lost it, with that breadbasket punch there coming out from Jax.
I love what Jax is doing right now. He's just constantly touching him with the jab, then mix the jab straight to the body, then mix the jab side kick. But that jab's a constant threat. Jay was dropping his hands a lot. And now the jab's landing. Nice front kick up the middle, though, by Jay. Stuff like that will help stop this forward pressure from Jax. We already saw one takedown attempt. We'll see if he level changes into another. Trying to re-jab himself, but seems to be having a little bit of trouble with the range. Got the teep kick in there, though. Oh, another two, though. Lands right there for Jax.
Yeah, what I'm seeing JMMA is trying to point out right now is the entry of Jax. When Jax is coming in, trying to catch him with a knee, trying to catch him with a teep to the body or to the head. So Jax needs to watch out just how he comes in. But look at there, was able to land a nice combination, but a strong leg kick there by JMMA.
Yeah, I think it's the fact that Jax is just crashing forward with these hooks. There's another lead hook and a straight nice 1-2 up the middle as well, but he's just slamming just forward, and Jay's having to time everything. If he doesn't time it right, he's getting clipped by hooks, lead hooks, and little short shots that are landing through now. There's a miss on the teep. It's going to give more space for Jax to close the distance. Now turning side kick, giving him even more space against the cage. Slowly but surely, Jay is moving back, but nice job recircling to take the center right there. Very, very close fight so far, though.
Yeah, even though Jay is blocking a lot of these shots, like it's going to bleed through, it looks like, he's returning some shots right now of his own. And you got to watch out right here when you're on the cage, because this takes a lot of stamina. And look at there, went down, but didn't have the stamina advantage and got reversed on the ground. We talking about the BJJ of Nate Diaz. So Jax he's like, look, he gave up the position Balian. 37 seconds here, made it in the first round. What you seeing?
Yeah, it's kind of strange he did give up the position, because you could at least just like chuck a couple of elbows in there or something, but maybe didn't want to get swept. Jay again trying to time that rear knee off the back foot. I don't know if he's throwing the teep and it's morphing. Framing out now. There's the rear side kick that's definitely going to help him out a lot if he can nail it, and the front kick. He knows what he's doing here correctly. He's throwing those linear attacks straight up the middle to stop the forward pressure, but Jax is being very good right now, Boxer, with the range management by just slipping those hands in there, dropping the quick straight lead hook combos. I would probably lean towards Jax maybe winning that round.
You're leaning toward that. What I'm seeing is very close, because what I'm seeing JMMA land over and over as Jax is coming in. He's able to land those strikes, catching Jax coming in. So Jax can make just that minor adjustment. I think he could definitely pay dividends for him in this fight, but he is touching the guard of JMMA a little bit too much, and he wants to watch that.
Yeah, good stamina management from Jay right there as well. Jab, lead hook. There's the teep caught. Counters the throw down to the ground. There's another nice job there by Jay. Just taking the single collar because it was right there. Nice job to just mix in some clinch strikes as well. Just change up the range. Jack's really only attacking with the hands. Has to step into that range to get them, but that jab, a constant weapon, blocks the high front kick, double jab straight, just touches up the block a little bit there. Lead hook catches Jay as he tries to time something, and look at all the damage right there, Boxer.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage, especially when you miss that teep and then you don't have that frame advantage. And look, I'm seeing Jax block low, and that's kind of baiting JMMA to throw that high kick. But then Jax is able to counter that because he know the high kick is coming and block, and then return the combination. So it's very tricky there. Jay has to find the way he's going to engage, stuck against the cage on big combination.
That was beautiful, right? He side kicked him into the fence and then through the lead hook when he knew he'd step out and take that angle. I mean, that was just really nice work by Jax. Just good awareness of his striking game and what he has. But that was a beautiful level change by Jay. Timed it very, very well. Very high level. And now he's got this half guard. Let's see how long he can take it. Already Jax bumps back to full guard here. posture up into the free path back to half guard. Jax using a little more stamina than he should have, but now he's going to try slice there. Side control. We'll see if Jax has any response or if this position becomes his doom. There's the butterfly sweep trying to come in on the inside, and now the side saddle. This is getting a bit nasty, Boxer.
Yeah, this is where you want to be with a GSP pickup with a top control of 98. And we already know JMMA has elite ground abilities here, and he has a minute and 50 seconds to work. And as long as you're not in Nate Diaz's guard, I think you're going to be safe, and you don't get reversed by throwing a little bit too many punches. But you need to posture up. You need to land these strikes so they can score on the judge's scorecard. Great job right now in the crucifix position, the most dominant position right now. Let's see if he can, and he gets a transition block, Balin.
Yeah, Jay showing off right now. This is a dominant part of his game. He knows they're able to secure it. The ace in the hole with the GSP pick, and just a good use of MMA throughout this round. There's his deny though by Jax, who's going to build up some GA. Goes foot on their hips for the sweep into full or half guard, excuse me. Surprised he didn't try a submission attempt from there, really. I mean, there wasn't that many significant strikes landed by Jay. If he got it deep enough, might have done enough to like round out the round for him. We're going to go for some ground and pound instead here. 30 seconds left. 2 rounds down now, Boxer. Very, very close fight between these two. And let's just remind everyone at home, JMMA in the red corner, the Toon Squad, they are 1 round up. He's taking a beating. Oh my God! Almost finished him there, Boxer. Jesus. All right, well, that's probably the round going for Monjax there.
Yeah, maybe another round stolen there from Jax. It seems like JMMA was doing good up into that point. So now I think when you're coming out in round 3, if you're JMMA, you're going to be looking to try to some way secure a knockout, because if it goes to the judge's scorecard, that's going to be a tough decision there for GSP.
Yeah, well, like I said there, the Toon Squad, if they pick this win up, if Jay gets it done, they will officially win this best of 3. Jax fighting for his team right now. Got 1 round possibly to get it done. Going to get back on that pressure. Those exchanging jabs right now. Both guys have high-level jabs, lead hooks as well. Been good for both men. There's another tight, straight left down the middle. There's the level change.
Okay.
No denial once again from Jax.
All right, I like what I'm seeing. JMMA is sticking with his game plan, but we say you got to stay out of the guard of Nate Diaz, because that's where he's dangerous, has a lot of reversals. Rubber guard can put you in full mount. You don't want to be there. But now, if you're JMMA, when you're right here, you need to get your transition blocks. You need to be able to posture up. And this is a good start of that. But right now, need to land these huge shots, and that's exactly what he's doing, Bailey, just emptying the gas tank.
Yeah, that's a lot right there. Lost a bunch of stamina, though. Went for the quick pass back to full guard, did Jax, but well read by Jay. Just keeps it here in half guard. They go back to even GA, even stamina. Another deny right there. Jack's got to do a better job of finding a way out of half guard, and I like that Jay's just retaking mount, even if there's going to be a free pass right out of it, just keeping the pressure on, threatening with more of that ground and pound, because ultimately he's been here now for about 1.5 minutes. We're about the halfway point in the round. All Jay needs to do is possibly stay on top, Boxer. But what if he lost that first round? What if just winning here isn't enough? What if he needs to finish him?
Yeah, I definitely think he needs to finish him. I think JMMA wanted to get in that mount position, but he couldn't hold it. And whenever you're in that mount position, it's very hard to get that transition block to stay in that mount position. So if he could guess one correctly, lean on one, if he can get back there, he has 2 minutes to work. And right now he's looking for a transition block and then to transition into full mount. But let's see if he can get it right here. He can score some strikes, you know, but this is a very tough position. Maybe he wants to posture up 1 minute and 35 seconds, Bailey, and you got to land some damage. He decides to get up.
Jay was doing a great job there controlling. Jax just had no answer really for Jay's ground and pound. It didn't look like Jax was getting up anytime soon, but Jay wants to get up, wants to try and find a finish, might need one. Now putting on the pressure with the strikes. Nice lead hook there, slip straight, lands for a second time. That lead hook coming back round. Jax trying to pull, but he's not going to be able to pull that slip straight. Going to maybe get himself into more danger. There's a little tickle to the body as he closes in, and these 2 men are starting to turn it up, Boxer.
Yeah, definitely. They turning it up, and JMMA has to watch moving that head, because I'm pretty sure Jax has a hook waiting for it, because he knows JMMA is a little desperate right now. And yeah, last 25 seconds, they turning it up right now, Bailey. And as you said, And let's see if JMMA can start landing some damage here. He doesn't have much time.
Oh, just trading in the clinch. You love to see it. Little back and forth. Yeah, Jay definitely did a lot this round. Hey, was it enough though? That first round was super duper close, man. It could go either way, Boxer.
It could have went either way. I mean, I don't want to call it. I'm just going to let the judges do it. I mean, that was a great fight by both of those competitors. I mean, that's a very cerebral match right there, Balian. A lot of fight, a lot of strikes exchanged down low. Let's see what the judges say.
They give it to Mon Jack representing the Showtime Killers. It is one apiece, Boxer. We will go to a best of 3. Unfortunate there for Jay. That's his first appearance here in season 4. First appearance for the Toon Squad. Not able to get the win here tonight. So next up, we've got Aussie. We've got Aussie Kid, who was here last week, who is 1-0 right now for the team. He's taking on MMA Genius, who is long heralded as a top prospect, also 1-0 here. So 2 guys who have not yet lost this season, about to go head-to-head. Very tough matchup right there, though, for both guys, really, Boxer.
Yeah, definitely. So what we're looking at, both of these guys 1-0, very impressive last week. Aussie Kid is a elite pressure, high fight IQ, also a very entertaining fighter. And what's in front of him is the MMA Genius. Great combos, great counters, great on the ground. This fight will take place in the lightweight division, and we're looking at Charles Oliveira. Maybe somebody is going to pick up Charles Oliveira. We know both of them can't pick up Charles Oliveira, so let's see the mind games that's going to play out now between who you want to pick up, Balian, and who would you pick up to counter this Charles Oliveira pickup?
Maybe Dustin Poirier, someone who can stay in there, tough it out, but also has enough power to keep Charles on the back foot, because Charles is much easier to deal with when you can pressure him than when he's coming forward to you. But Nate Diaz looks like it's going to be locked in here for Aussie Kid. Now, first pick was MMA Genius, who locked up Charlie Olives right there. Aussie Kid picked lightweight as the weight class, but is not looking to lock in any traditional lightweight pick here. There we go. All right, we've seen 2 Diaz brothers now in a row, and then before that we had Diaz. So every fight so far tonight, Boxer, has had a Diaz in it in some capacity. It's kind of a
Diaz is a great fighter because I mean he's a boxer, all right, and then also whenever he goes to the ground, great defense on the ground. You gotta respect his submissions. Great submission defense, and you're going to need that, especially if you're fighting Charles Oliveira on top, because he has the no cigar perk, and so you got to watch that. Okay, round 1. Let's see what happens, Balian.
I saw Aussie relentlessly just pushing forward there, even though he was toe-to-toe, and almost got taken down because of it. But Aussie trying to close the distance, taking himself right on the inside here. MMA Genius in the blue gloves on the right-hand side of the screen. They're representing the Showtime Killers. And so far, Aussie able to slip a few nice combos in, overreaching with that left hand, double leg cut the angle. Nice work right there for Genius, who's in top position. This is not a bad way to start the fight.
Yeah, exactly. And it's exactly why you want to have this Nate Diaz pickup, right? Because right here, you're in this full guard. You had these sweeps from the bottom with Nate Diaz, and it's very tricky. So he kind of nullifies everything that the fighters can do on the ground. And look, already getting another sweep there, Bailey.
Yeah, MMA Genius just tucked that underhook sweep like it was nothing. Made that look easy peasy. Usually that gets denied. Did get it off a side control transitional denial as well, which was great work. So MMA Genius showing he's not just able to get the takedowns, he's good at keeping the fight here. But the second time now, Aussie has hit that half guard sweep from bottom in guard with Nate Diaz. Does not take a much GA at all to get that sweep going, and he proved it there again for the second time. So if you're if you're MMA Genius, you got to think about, is this where you want to get the fight, or once it gets to full guard, they're going to be careful of that sweep. Oh, good posture damage.
You have to be careful. You're right, Bailey. Okay, now these guys have tested each other out on the ground. Let's see if they're ready to stand up and test each other out on the feet. And look at that combination there coming out by Charles Oliveira and MMA Genius. And man, Bailey and these guys are going toe to toe right now.
Yeah, I really think Genius needs to start kicking, needs to start throwing elbows, needs to start throwing knees and front kicks, because if he hangs out in this boxing range, he's going to get chewed up by Aussie on the outside. Another takedown, which is beautiful work. Why not? Another control here. into side control. I don't know why I
when
said
you're
control into control, but my bad.
Yeah,
So-
when you're in this half guard position, you definitely want to be transition blocking to the right now because you don't want to get in that full guard of Nate Diaz. I
Uh-oh.
also would be leaning on the right there, because this is very tough right here when you're in this guard. Do anything that you can to get out of it. And
Oh,
yeah, look, Bailey, I mean, this is the mind games that they're playing right now.
yeah, that was great work there by Genius to pass guard and almost got transitioned immediately, but used the arm triangle fake after being denied to interrupt the timing, which is great. And now doing that with the pump fakes on the far side. He went left, right. That got a nice pass out, but Genius being a lot more active with his fakes from top position. Was about to say he should stop himself from
Wow.
getting swept, but once again, Aussie is able to sweep him this time by catching a hook. Now in full mount, drops 3 in a row, some straights as well. This is a lot of damage and definitely the way to steal around, Boxer.
Yeah, exactly. See, whenever you had that sweep and then you got a Nate Diaz with a lot of stamina on top, and look at there, able to posture up, land those strikes. That's what's going to score on the judges' scorecards whenever you posture up and land those and score those big significant strikes, Bailey. And so right there, another round right there for Nate Diaz and Aussie Kid.
Yeah, Aussie Kid did a great job. Wow, I feel like I'm stuttering everything tonight. He did a great job that round anyway. Genius, yeah, needs to get these elbows going. Doing a good job there so far. Aussie still kind of overreaching a little with that left hand though, but these clinch strikes, anything Genius can do to avoid just sitting in boxing range, I think is going to help him.
Yeah, exactly. And with Nate Diaz, he can do this all night, especially with that cardio of 96, and especially whenever you are denying these takedowns. And look at that combination work there, Bailey, coming out of the clinch. Man, that you just love to see it whenever you can land some of those body strikes in your combination. That great boxing there from Nate Diaz.
Oh, lovely slip straight there though. Needs more of that. Does MMA Genius. Aussie doing very, very good with the southpaw boxing. Straight lead hook, nice job. Now jab, rear hook. Seen back between. Lovely combinations. Snap 2 there as well. And this is just perfect range management for Aussie. This is where he must want to keep 90% of his people online before he TKOs them away. Genius taking more and more shots here. Has to find something to break the rhythm to stop this forward pressure. Just getting caught over and over again at the end of these boxing combinations. Oh, there's another one.
Exactly. MMA Genius wants to first find his way away from the cage. And I think he stopped some of this pressure here, was able to grab a clinch here, and now he's on top of the cage. Now, is he going to go for the takedown or is he going to go for the backpack? He went for the backpack. That ended up blocked, but he is out of trouble right now. That's what he needed to do. But let's see, Bailey, and right now, is he going to be able to land some damage on Aussie Kid, who seems to be in control?
Yeah, Aussie is just very, very good with Nate. You can tell the way he threw that 1-2, then into that straight sort of flick straight 2 as well at perfect range. I mean, he definitely must play Nate a lot. Genius, you have a lot of weapons with Charles Oliveira, but the boxing of Charles, just the straight up 1-2s, the hooks, it's a little slow because of how his animations and his frameworks, and Aussie's been able to make most of this fight require that boxing, that close range boxing. These double legs have come out consistently though for MMA Genius. It's just a wonder how they'll be scored, Boxer.
Yeah, exactly. The takedown is one thing, but if you don't posture up and if you don't land these strikes to score, it's not going to do you any good. Now you're coming up on 1 minute to go in the second round. Don't want to take this to a third round with Nate Diaz, where he has the stamina advantage with that higher altitude perk. But right now, you have 40 seconds to work. Can you posture up? Can you land some significant strikes? Let's see if MMA Genius can do just that. But he finds himself in the guard of Nate Diaz, and this is not where you want to be.
Yeah, I was wondering if that sweep was going to come out. Instead, Genius got some postured up damage, which will help him, but double tap, no sweep coming. Just more ground and pound actually from Genius. Not a bad job just to get some damage off towards the end of the round there. But yeah, Aussie just showcasing how good his Nate Diaz pick is here tonight. Some beautiful combinations that he was just flowing through. A couple of good slip straights there from Genius, but he needs to get a bit of pressure going backwards so he can get those big body kicks going, can time the knees in range, anything but hang out here in this boxing range, Boxer.
Yeah, exactly. And now you're in a Nate Diaz round 3 where these perks start to take advantage. And so let's see if Aussie Kid can keep this fight on the feet and use that nice boxing and that nice range by Nate Diaz, and he's doing just that so far.
Yeah, both just sitting outside each other's range, but there's a nice 3-piece on the inside that flashed a little of the head health of MMA Genius here. Another level change. Again and again and again, been really, really good with those. Nate doesn't have the highest takedown defense stat. There's a quick pass, going to get the deny here as well. In full mount now. Going to take half guard though, which is no, I didn't think so. Yeah, and the armbar is coming. Why not? Throw it out there. Let's see how good the submission game of MMA Genius is. It's going to be tough to submit Nate Diaz, especially because he didn't have a massive stamina advantage. And it looks like, excuse me, he's going to bail on it there and stay in full mount.
Yeah, it's going to be very tough to submit a Nate Diaz with a 96 submission defense. But look at this huge ground and pound here that the champ is landed. I thought that was over with for a second, but right now you want to take advantage while that stamina is recovering here. And man, Balian, but this is why you pick up Nate Diaz, just because you know the submissions are coming out from Charles Oliveira. But however, if you can't get it done with the submissions, Charles Oliveira definitely has a nice top game and landed some huge damage there, Balian, that definitely is going to score in the eyes of the judges.
There it is again. Lovely half guard sweep there. Got the grapple advantage as well as the stamina difference. Nice deny there to take position and stay on top here with the side saddle pressure from Aussie Kid. This is looking to be another round for Aussie on the board here and taking it home. Hopefully for the Toon Squad, they fought well tonight. Captain Pry came up with the first victory. Aussie done very well in this fight so far, but MMA Genius not giving up here with the Charles Oliveira pick. It's one apiece for these guys. Standings in the leaderboard. This will be 0-2 for STK in the first 2 weeks. More combinations on the inside there by Aussie, who's just got more pep in his step. That higher altitude perk that you mentioned, the straight into the liver shot has been coming all night as well, Boxer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that combination when you ended out with that uppercut, I mean, it is doing some damage there. Look at that highlight combination there coming out from Aussie Kid. A huge knockdown, but got a little bit overzealous right here, and he has to be careful because look at these submissions coming out here from Charles Dubrox. What's going to happen? You got a 98 submission defense by Nate Diaz, but this is deep, Balian. And this is a close race, Balian. Take it away.
Oh, man, he's going to get it there. We're pulling up on the far left-hand side, going double back either way for Aussie, trying to slip out, but there's 15 seconds on the clock here. MMA Genius squeezing it out. We're going to get a performance of the night or something crazy in 4, 3, 2, 1. He doesn't get it.
Balian. Wow, Balian, that could have been for the win, and maybe when it goes to the judges, they may give it to Aussie Kid. And he was just only a couple seconds away from securing the submission victory, Balian. What an interesting sequence of events to end out an amazing fight.
I mean, all three of those fights, I think, between the three guys from each team were all great fights, Boxer. They all showed up, very well matched. Each one of them was an MMA fight with groundwork and clinch work and striking here. Aussie Kid representing Toon Squad there with the Nate Diaz pick. Let's see who gets a hand raised. Will it be the Toon Squad or Showtime Killers right here, who pick up another win for this season 4, week 4? Someone is going to tell us, hopefully, for this season 4, week 4. We don't know now. Well, who do you think won there, Boxer? Just to keep the people on the tent hooks a little bit more.
Wow, Balian. I mean, I'm not sure who is going to win that. I hope we get word back very quickly. But man, Balian, what I'm seeing right now, Nate, you can't go wrong with this Nate Diaz pickup. I mean, he's going to have you safe in a lot of areas, especially going into round 3. But man, we definitely want to know what ended up the outcome of that fight. I mean, what are we going to do, Bailey? I have no idea.
Well, they'll let us know in the back, Boxer, so do not worry. Do not panic if you are at home. We will find out. It's all very official. Screenshots will be taken. And we still have 3 more fights coming up tonight, or 3 more matchups between teams. I'm wondering if we can just take a quick look at the season standings, if that is ready to go, just to show people what things look like coming into this tournament tonight on the PlayStation side of things. Season 4, week 4, so we'll just see there. So Showtime Killers and Toon Squad, you can see them both 0-1. They have just fought, so one of them will pick up a win here between Showtime Killers and Toon Squad. Also, coming up tonight, up next in Say, we've got EK versus KIA. So the Elite Kings 0-1 last week. Killers in Action also 0-1 last week. both teams again have a chance to win. It's interesting how they shook out, isn't it, Boxer? The losers are playing the losers, the winners are playing the winners tonight. That is your next team matchup coming up in just a second. Elite Kings have sent forth Dabikin, Gamp, Paullier taking on Killers in Action's Ned, Ben, and McGrath. Great teams on both sides of the things here. We still haven't got the results back yet on the next fight, so we could just move to that one. Boxer, should we just move through, or should we wait and give the people time to process what's coming up?
Yeah, maybe another second or two, but and then we can move on to that next fight. But you know, I just wanted to comment. Yeah, it's a lot of pressure the way it shook out, because if you're 0-1 and you're fighting somebody that's 0-1, you don't want to go down 0-2 for that camp. And if you're undefeated, you're also fighting an undefeated camp. You definitely that's a lot of pressure also, because you want to keep your undefeated streak. So the way that it shook out, it definitely is high stakes for all camps involved.
Yeah, we just got the official confirmation in the back. It was Aussie Kid getting the win for the Tune squad right there, Boxer. So yeah, the Nate Diaz, Aussie Kid picks up the win there, just as we thought. With the closing seconds there, MMA Genius almost stole it with that submission, but just didn't. He needed maybe one more second and he would have got it, unfortunately. Or, you know, you can submit faster by being quicker at the mini game as well, of course. So that is also on him to maybe speed that up, try and lock that in a little faster next time. But congratulations then to the Tune squad. They are now 1-1 as things stand here in season 4 of well, the ESFL right here for UFC 4. So let's jump up to the next matchup then. Let's take a look at the team matchup one more time before we jump into the first fight, just so you guys can see it. It will be EK versus Killers in Action right here. A great series of matchups. All these guys are veterans. We've got former champs in here as well. So we're going to jump to the first one. EK sending out Dabikin, #1 pick tonight, and KIA locking in Ned. Looks like EK won the coin toss, and they are picking flyweight as the division. Boxer, what can you tell us about these two fighters?
Okay, EK Dabikin, a former ESFL champion, ESFL Live Final 4. That's huge. Suffocating pressure, intelligent striker, and manages fight well. Okay, but what is he up against? He's up against Ned. He lost to Papa Doc via decision. And so, I mean, a lot of people lose to Papa Doc, and if you take Papa Doc to decision, that shows you how good Ned is. Great at kickboxing, head movement, and he is an intelligent player. All right, tonight they're fighting in the flyweight division. Let's see what the pickups are going to be. We got a TJ Dillashaw already locked in against Brandon Moreno. We've seen this before. Moreno is coming with the speed. TJ Dillashaw is coming with a little bit of stamina and that ground game. It should be a good one. You got to watch out for that speed of Brandon Moreno, because at any time we saw you can just get out one of those combos just at a split second. Balian, round 1, take it away.
Yeah, here we go. Dabikin in the red gloves. Brandon Moreno pick representing EK tonight. Killers in Action sending out Ned in the blue gloves. Killers in Action will be in blue tonight, and the EK team will be in the red gloves. Starting off quickly right here, slipping, ripping combinations together, but there's the stiff straight right from Dabikin, already rocking away. Poor Ned, who's back way up to the outside of the octagon there. But if you know anything about Dabikin, this man is not to be messed with. As high level as it gets when it comes to this game, beaten a who's who on any given night. But look at the combinations firing back from Ned, letting him know this is going to be a fast fight, but took some big shots as well there, Boxer.
Man, Bailey, that was a beautiful sequence coming out there by EK Dabikin. I mean, he just really made that look absolutely beautiful. That counter uppercut returning, but look at this here. Ned is throwing off a lot of combination, and I like the head movement right there by Ned. He is on top of whatever Ned is throwing, and he's doing a good job right here, changing levels, going high, going low, Bailey, and just doing whatever he takes. Look at that, Bailey. The pull. I mean, that was a slip counter, and he held it, Bailey.
Yeah, he held the slip counter to the overhand there. Great work. This has been non-stop so far, waking everybody up here tonight, no doubt. Ned with the pull counter elbow, then the rear uppercut to the body, really digging away. He's landed some big shots. He's got some power, but Dabikin has been in there riding the storm, level changing, hitting the body, got slip head kick, but got the hands up just in time right now. Both these guys, as you can tell, straight killers, trying to get some points on board for the team. Double job there with the lead left hand, slipped into the 2, but rolls underneath the hook. Chop of the outside calf kick there as Ned tries to retake the center there with a lead hook uppercut into the ducking roundhouse. Really throwing the big damaging shots out here, Boxer. There's the level change, and we're on the mat.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, now they're on the mat, like you said, but look at that stamina disadvantage there for Ned. And he could be in trouble because Brandon Moreno also has his higher altitude perk. So as that fight goes on and you don't get Dabikin out of there, you get in a bigger disadvantage. And Dabikin is like, look, let me stand this fight back up where I have the speed advantage. And that's a smart thing, especially with that 90 chin of TJ Dillashaw. Brandon Moreno is a great pickup and a high advantage here on the feet.
Yeah, and Ned got first pick. He locked in TJ, but he's just walking into punishment. Walking into the punishment there, Boxer, over and over again. And the knockdown and the freaking TKO doesn't come out there for Dabby. But he's just walking forward. You mentioned the chin. Of course you did. The head health is low. I don't think he can take much more.
Wow, you can't take much more if you're TJ Dillashaw. I think you came out, if you're Ned, with that pedal to the metal a little bit too much. And right now, Dabikin just playing a nice, safe, smart, elegant fight there. But you never know. If you're in the ESFL, each fighter is here for a reason. Ned is facing a lot of adversity right now. Let's see if he can turn this fight back to where TJ Dillashaw is strongest, and he needs to get this fight down to the ground and stay on top where he is not taking damage right now, Bailey, in round 2.
Yeah, man. Whew, crazy first round there, back and forth all the way. Ned landing some big shots early, but Dabikin comes out again.
Just hooks,
unloading hooks. Oh my God, there's no block left. Got to get the head off the center line and out the way, or surely, but the head kick breaks the rock. Dabikin's going to get the finish here, Boxer, surely.
We're getting ready to see a highlight finish here. Huge knockdown there by Dabikin, and that's all she wrote, Bailey, and that's some of the best striking that I've seen in a long time. That was a statement win there by Dabikin against a very strong Ned, putting people on notice. Dabikin coming out looking real strong for EK.
Yeah, man, if that's not performance of the night so far, I don't know what is right there. Dabby cleaning the clock of Ned a couple of times in that fight. Ned definitely had some good combinations. Hurt Dabikin early as well and landed some big hands. You could see the power shining through. But like you said, with the Brandon Moreno pick, you've got the longevity, you've got the chin health, you've got the stamina. Dabikin made it work for him, kept landing the combinations. And then, yeah, that sequence right there, Boxer, it was just like 6 hooks in a row, just like letting them go. And they were just like busting up the chin of Ned.
Yeah, definitely. So that lets me know that a fighter is aware of his distance. He knows, hey, I'm in close. Let me just wing hooks, right? Because you're in that hook range. That's the best combination to throw in that sequence. And man, that's a lot to take away and learn from that fight. I'm gonna go back and look and steal some of those combinations there by Dabikin. Man, that looking good, Bailey.
Yeah, hell yeah, indeed. All right, well, that is 1 point for EK, the Elite Kings. Dabikin picking up the first win here. That was his first performance in Season 4. Ned, unfortunately, falling to 0-2, representing the Killers in action. But now we got 2 guys who have yet to fight Season 4. EK sending out one of their very best here. God Ate My Pig, a.k.a. Gamp, former ESFL champion, welterweight, against Killers in Action's Ben. Let's go to the fight.
All right, so right now we're looking at EK Gamp, former ESFL champion. And he is unrivaled in grappling, unpredictable in striking, unbreakable defense. I mean, these are the best of the best superlatives right here that somebody can say. All right, but what he's up against, no slouch himself, is KIA Ben, UFC Esports Summer League Series contender.
Yeah.
Great range management for the finish, fast reaction speed. You got to pick up here. George Masvidal versus Leon Edwards. Looking at a very great fight here, especially when you talk about the kick and the kick power of George Masvidal. He has fast hands, recharger, weathering the storm. He's crafty and wake up call, just loaded with perks. So you got to watch out for that nice striking of George Masvidal against the champion Leon Edwards. So we got a good one, Bailey, in round 1. Take it away.
Yeah, interesting. Gamp got first pick and picked Masvidal here, but we'll see how it matches up. God Ate My Pig repping EK on the left-hand side. Killers in action still in the blue corner with Ben on the right, looking to get a win on the board. But what a head kick. Jesus, the amount of damage on that nice and early, and these two are crashing into each other here.
Yeah, Bailey, and I might would have went ahead and just went in right there while the head health was low, but you still got that in the bank. And then there it is. That, you know, that signature head kick there coming out from the champion Leon Edwards. You definitely got to watch out for that. And this is a nice striking matchup. Masvidal definitely feels very good on the feet. One of the better fighters in this game that I'm thinking on the feet in terms of the way that it feels, Bailey. Just a lot of tools said and a lot of perks there. And look at there, seeing Gamp just use every single one of them, Bailey.
God, that was disgusting. Good work by Gamp right there. 3 shots in a row to target that long-term stamina. You can see Ben's already feeling it. They've set this for 5 rounds accidentally, but hopefully they don't need it. Nice unloading there by God Ate My Pig, trapping Ben against the cage. Already nearly dropped the head health and body health halfway down there from where it was originally. Lead hook into the turn side kick. That also lands. Gamp with the pressure, breaking the block with the head kick.
Baby.
Oh, man.
I'm just really seeing EK Gamp just put together a lot of combinations, but he has to be careful there because Ben is looking for that head kick, and he lands a huge knee there, coming out with a combination of his own, and Gamp is not sitting there just playing defensive there and still throwing combinations while he's rocked, Bailey, and these guys are going nuts. With a huge knockdown there. We talked about that kick power of George Masvidal. Have to watch out for it. These guys are just going back and forth, Bailey, and this is crazy.
Yeah, these two are just like slinging hooks at each other right now and just landing all the damaging shots, body shots, more work there from God Ate My Pig. Masvidal really does have some like devastating strikes once you can get them together. There's a head kick on the end of it after all that body work. Left hand breaks through the block. There's not much left for Ben, who's still on his feet. Ducks the head kick, lead hook, left hand, left hook to the body, back up top, but he ducks his own head kick. Oh my God.
Man, this right here might be one of my favorite fights of the night right now, Bailey. And you got to watch out because, see, Masvidal, he has a 93 in that kick power, but he has level 4, level 5s in those roundhouses, and that's what makes it so dangerous because of the techniques. Both of these guys have faced adversity. Both of these guys have landed rocks here, and look at that stamina right there of Leon Edwards, and this is going to be tough right there. And look at that overhand there, huge knockdown there by George Masvidal, and that's all she wrote there by EK Gamp, getting it done, and that's 2 wins. Right now, we won't even go to a third. EK coming out, getting it done, baby.
I think we are going to a third just because of the league tables. But you know what? It doesn't matter because, yeah, EK have won anyway because they are now 2-0 right there after a fantastic performance. As you said, Boxer, yeah, Gamp showing why he was a former champion that fight, just unloading, aggressive, non-stop from the start. Overhand gets the job done right at the end on the chin, sits him down. And, you know, Ben landed a few combinations, Boxer. He got a few big strikes, a few head kicks in there, but Gamp just showing striking on another level tonight, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, with Ben, he definitely had his reads. He definitely had his moments, but I think that he just put out a little bit too much. Gamp was able to make all of the reads, all of the ducks, and just deplete that stamina. In this game, even real life, whatever, once your stamina is done in a fight and it's like, okay, now let's fight, you're in trouble. You have to manage that stamina. Gamp did a little bit better job than KIA, Ben, you know, Summer League, E-Series contender. These guys are the highest levels. Very entertaining fight. Man, that's what you want to see, Bailey. Great fight.
Yeah, I listen, I hope everyone was spamming the freaking fight of the night emotes that we've got now in the chat for you, because that was fight of the night as far as I'm concerned so far. Crazy stuff right there. EK 2-0 so far, so they will take a point this week, move up the leaderboard. They are, yeah, they also, did they lose last week? I think they did, right? Yeah, so they will officially have 1 point on the leaderboard. Congratulations to them. I'm sure they will enjoy that. And we've got one more fight though that we are going to go to, just because if there are tiebreakers at the end of the standings, these extra points that you can win in these best of threes, if you go 2-1 as opposed to 3-0, they can count and help you. So we will do the third fight tonight. It's going to be Paullier representing EK going in against Lee McGrath for KIA right here. Jumping to bantamweight, first pick for McGrath at bantamweight. Boxer, what can you tell us about these two?
Okay, EK, Paullier right now, actually a long-time ESFL vet, and you already know EK has it in the bag, so the pressure is off of you right now a little bit because you're sitting in this third fight. You don't have to get a win. Even you can get a win, but that would count in a tiebreak situation, like you said. So, you know, but you got the win for this week now, but he's fighting up against McGrath, defeated Dino by KO, and that's saying a whole lot. Well-rounded, technical, good counter striker here from McGrath, and that's what we like to see. Now we're seeing this TJ Dillashaw versus one of my favorites, this Piotr Jan pickup, which is well-versed in all areas. I mean, 95 speed, 95 power with Piotr Jan. You got to watch out. That head-to-head matchup is seeming like Paullier has the advantage here, but what can you do here when the lights are the brightest here in the ESFL? Bailey in round one, take it away.
Yeah, here we go. EK still in the red, KI in the blue here, and KI's McGrath. This is the leader of the team right here. So his team already lost tonight, unfortunately. Let's see if he can get a win on the board anyway. Like you said, Paullier already 4-1 over McGrath, and no slouch whatsoever, but McGrath has the ability. Just out of range of that knee right there, though. Nice four-piece combination with the straight lead uppercut. We saw Proxa make use of that earlier on tonight, and a nice right hook lands. But there's some body work from Paullier. He's going to need more of that just to try and keep Jan off of him and to get rid of that force of nature perk.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just so many stats when you talk about Piotr Jan. Pretty much, just to keep it short, 95s across the board, almost on the stand-up in every category. But that doesn't mean nothing, Bailey, because Paullier comes out with that power of TJ Dillashaw of his own and getting a huge rock on McGrath, already facing some adversity. He has a guy that can go through it, Bailey, but that's a nice opening sequence there. And I like those lunges there coming out by Paullier.
Yeah, it looked like McGrath was landing on camera doing the more of the damage, but it looks like Paullier has been able to navigate his way around the offense and now starting to land big shots around the guard here of McGrath, who's trying to walk him down, but everything's getting blocked or countered right now. Paullier retakes all of that space, pushes McGrath right back up against the fence, rear uppercut. Lead hook lands nicely, though. A little shot into the hip toss doesn't come out. But great work from Paullier. Getting the rock so far this round. Gotta think that puts him up. But McGrath's doing a good job jabbing and then lead hooking, really targeting that block as well. But that's some great work to the body by Paullier.
Man, these body shots are going to be paying dividends like immediately. And the thing that I see right now, Bailey, and look at the pace of this fight. It's so fast. Look at that signature lunging hook there coming out by TJ Dillashaw. I mean, this fight is just there. These guys are just coming in here swinging, but they're methodical at the same time. And that's what makes an interesting, great fight when guys are methodical at this speed, Bailey. And both of these guys landing huge shots on each other.
Yeah, I think you summed it up perfectly right there. McGrath, though, successfully pinning Paullier in the cage right now. Really making that lead hook work for him off the back of uppercuts, off straights. There's a nice lead hook, straight body kick that worked as well. Camera trying to get the hands work. But McGrath just tagging him on the end of the punches at range. Nice lead leg push kick and then 1-2 to the body. Jab, rear uppercut to the body. So much good body work from Paullier. We talked about it, double straight. They're into the body kick as well, but good catch. McGrath retakes all this space, gets the trip at the end of it, trying to even the score stamina-wise.
Yep.
That body kick would have been nice too, but evenly matched in some ways on the feet, but Paullier looks to be pulling ahead here, Boxer.
Yeah, exactly. You know it's coming whenever that leg gets kicked. It's like, well, okay, when is that trip going to come? And like you said, Bailey, when you get that trip, it's going to tax the stamina of your opponent, and that's going to even things back up in terms of the stamina, okay? But I do think Paullier probably won that round, but this is a new round right here, and that's nice damage there by McGrath coming out, able to get some great damage here. And look at that full counter, Bailey, and right into the sweep, into full mount. This is some high-level stuff, Bailey, and you'd love to see it.
You do, and a lot of people don't know that TJ can do that, but great use of it by Paullier. Just take McGrath out of the game. If you got one cheeky round ahead, why not try and dominate the next on the ground? You got great top control with TJ. Now just chopping with some elbows. This is interesting from the bottom here by McGrath. He's just looking to build GA and pump out rather than sprawl fake or anything to avoid these incoming elbows. And he sits for a knee bar. Look at this right now. And this is a good move to hit.
Look at it.
Throw strikes as well. Yeah, you need the half guard posture up as well as the stamina difference to hit it. So I think no.
Alien. This could be it, Alien.
No. He's going to be all right.
He might be okay.
It's close though.
It was close. I just saw that submission just creep up, and then at the end,
is he going to choke?
This is very close, Alien.
You're always going to get
very close.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness, I didn't even know what animation, I didn't know if he tapped or not, Balian, but walk us through that sequence of that takedown that a lot of people didn't know. Was that a pull guard right into a sweep?
Yeah, so you can hit the pull guard there from the clinch position, and then some people can also roll over into full mount there, which TJ has in his little arsenal. A few people do, but I like that knee bar there as well. He knew he had the stamina difference, and then when you're posturing up half guard, I believe it's L1 and something else. It might even be like left trigger R1. I can't remember. I do automatically now, but that half guard knee bar, we don't see that every day. Very effective, and also going to score some points. Here comes McGrath straight on the offense, landing those rear uppercuts into the lead hooks, busting up Paullier, who thankfully got one slip off towards the end, but tons of damage being chained together by notorious McGrath right here, and trying to get some points back on this score card for this round, Boxer. Oh, he's getting tagged though.
Yeah, I think he did a good job by getting it back, because we know that chin of TJ Dillashaw is suspect, and man, this fight right here is another contender for fight of the night. Both of these guys winging shots. You got Paullier almost pulled off a submission victory, but McGrath comes back up on the feet, gets a rock, gets a takedown, and still has 50 seconds to work, Balian. So, man, you never know whose round this second round is going to be. A pivotal moment in this fight right now. Last 35 seconds, couldn't get the posture up. That gets denied. Can he get past his half guard here? But he gets sweep there by Paullier. Great job, Bailey.
Yeah, Paullier showing off the ground game tonight, 100%. Nice little sweep right there, but McGrath, like you said, he got the rock, and then he got a takedown as well. I mean, I don't know who they're going to give this round to. Kind of crazy. What a great fight we have here. It is 2-0 already to EK, so ultimately, EK have won this matchup against Killers in action tonight, at least in terms of the standings on the leaderboard, but we play out the third anyway for those, points at the end of the season, the scorecard, draw points, whatever they're called, and it's all on this third round, Boxer, I would think.
Man, great fights, man. Great skill by both of these fighters, man. Nobody has anything to hang their head against. But right now, Paullier coming out, putting on the pressure right now in round 3. But look at there, just already fighting back from McGrath. And you got to watch out for that power, that 95 power of P.O. Yan. But a nice takedown, nice turning takedown out of nowhere by Paullier on top, landing some huge elbows, baby.
Yace just slid into that one, but this is great for Paullier. We know he's going to threaten with a submission game if he can, faking the arm triangle there. McGrath definitely has this GA building style from his back here to just keep tapping you to get that blue bar filled up the top of the screen before transitioning, which can get you in some dangerous situations, but also might leave a few spaces or quick passes from Paullier like that. Pump fakes the opposite side because you know McGrath is just going to keep touching those buttons. So those transitions are there if he wants to look for mount or something. And someone needs to go and do something. There's an arm triangle attempt. He might be just looking for a side control pass off this because I doubt he's going to get it, but it's points on the scorecards for this round as well, Boxer.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I was getting ready to say too. This is one of the more safe ones that you can do because it can end up in that side control pass, even though he's right there. I would think some way you would be looking to go back to that knee bar off of that posture up. That's also in his bag, but I like what he's doing right now because he is landing these elbows. I'm not sure if they are significant strikes, but they do damage. They do score. Yeah. Now his back is up against the cage. He wants to get out of that because he has look at there. That's a tough denial there, Balian, in that situation. And this is a great move there, by Paullier.
Yeah, again, just showing off the ground game and the awareness there to know that, yep, he's going to go for that instant get up. And then he gets to the point where people fake that get up and then hit that switch, side control bottom, so you got to be careful. But Paullier making the read there, beautifully showing off the ground game again, just riding through on top position. And yeah, those side controlled elbows, I believe it was D-Mart who called them round winners back in the day. Yes, there's significant strikes, and they will literally win you rounds if you can land a couple of those side control elbows. And that's exactly what he's done, as well as hold top position here with 1 minute on the clock. It might be a clean sweep for Paullier and the team, but there, good deny there for the half guard sweep from McGrath, and he will take half guard once more.
Man, I like those. I like all of those fakes there. As you see with Paullier, a lot of people don't do that. I mean, that's some high level stuff there, and he's landing some huge shots there. As you can see, the screen turn red, but going into trying to pass. But look, Bailey, he is still landing some huge shots there from the guard, just because he's done so much damage throughout of the fight in the last 10 seconds here of this fight, scoring some huge shots here, Bailey.
Yeah, just unloading from top position. And they will go to the judges' scorecards here, but I think it is going to be a 3-0 clean sweep for the Elite Kings tonight against Killers in Action, who are top dogs, top players. Unfortunately, just couldn't get it together this evening. And it is losers v losers tonight so far in this season. So some people will go to 0-2 in the leaderboards. Looks like EK will be moving to 1. Well, they will definitely be moving to 1-1 because they've already won. I'm just see how this last fight plays out here.
All three judges score the contest 30-27, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, TJ.
And there we go. A win on the board. Another one for EK. Paullier gets it done. Good grappling here tonight, as well as good striking against a tough McGrath, heading out the Killers in Actions there, leading his team tonight. But 3-0 for the Killers, for the for the Elite Kings here, Boxer.
Yeah, I don't know if we've seen that. Have we seen a 3-0 sweep right now? Man, that's very impressive, especially with everybody that Killers in Action has on their team. And man, that was a very good fight. I want to go back and watch that fight also for that pull guard sweep. I definitely like a lot of the transition fakes that I saw on the ground. You got that knee bar. You got a lot of high level stuff there coming out by Paullier, and definitely a great job by McGrath. Also, can't wait to see him back in the cage, Bailey, and great fight. What do we have coming up next?
Well, it was time to move on to our next team of the night. We're officially halfway through the card this evening. And next up, we've got B3, aka Bang Bang's Bullies, taking on the Kings, ready to go this evening as well, Boxer. So let's take a look at the team matchups here on the left-hand side. B3 sending through Trials, 3-piece, and Wordlife this evening, and the Kings going with Ungodly, Cryptic, and Kai as well. So some of these guys not made an appearance yet. I believe only Ungodly has fought so far this season, Boxer. But you know what? They had a coin toss. Looks like B3 won the coin toss. They picked flyweight for the first weight class. So we're going to go to the first matchup. Trials taking on Ungodly here, and looks like Ungodly will get the first pick at flyweight.
All right, so we got Trials here, part of that Bang Bang Bullies from England, and he has a very intelligent jab, knows how to use that, well-rounded, can fight at any pace, and that's very important. But what's in front of him? We seen Ungodly. He even defeated Azura's Flames by armbar, so you got to watch out for his submissions. High pressure, adaptable, and he is a striker. All right, so that sets the stage right now for an exciting fight. And again, Bailey, and we see a TJ Dillashaw pickup here versus Figueiredo. And, you know, a lot of people like this TJ Dillashaw pickup, even though he has a chin that's a little suspect. Everything else that he brings to the table for signature styles, all of the power, everything that he brings on the ground. But he has to watch out because Figueiredo has that power. Round one, Bailey. Take it away.
Round one, here we go. B3 in the red corner tonight against the Kings in the blue. Trials versus Ungodly. Great matchup here. And let's see who gets the better of who. Nice roundhouse right there as well. We also got a camera change to that close-up camera. There was a nice stick with the left hook to the body. Just out range right now a little bit for Trials. Just reaching a little bit. And Ungodly has that power tucked away with that Figueiredo pick. Only needs to land that right hand a couple of times, but getting slipped on. Trials really putting this fight in the face of Ungodly, who seems a little bit under pressure right now. There's a couple of shots in there though, Boxer.
Yeah, exactly. And Figueiredo doesn't have greatest chin himself, just of 91. So it's pretty much on par with a TJ Dillashaw pickup. So Ungodly has to be careful by taking all of these shots. That's going to eventually bleed through that block there. And he is getting slipped on. I saw one slip there by Ungodly, doing a good job himself. Man, these guys going toe to toe, and you look at that look at that stamina advantage there early by Ungodly.
Oh man, just looping the hooks through. Great work by Ungodly, trying to keep Trials off him. Going to have to land what he can. This southpaw stance is going to make things a little difficult. The turning side kick misses. Lead hook, lead uppercut, and the lead hook on the way down there as well. Great job to take advantage of the missed-turning side kick now on the back foot in southpaw. Ungodly got cracked right there by Trials. Great work to take advantage, and he's not done yet, Boxer.
Man, you make one mistake and these combos are coming out so fast there by that TJ Dillashaw pickup, and that's why people love TJ Dillashaw, just because of that speed, just because of that power. But that was a great, beautiful sequence there by Trials there. But you got to watch out. This Brandon Moreno has extreme power, but wow, getting it done. Huge knockdown there by Trials, baby.
Yeah, huge knockdown indeed. Now really putting the pressure on, flowing on the outside. Ungodly getting tagged on the block and on the chin, just reaching a little too far with the 1-2, having a really tough time landing anything on Trials. He's just able to slide in and out. 1-2 rocks him again. Gonna go to the body with the triple shots, back up with a lead hook and a snap straight as well. Ungodly somehow eating all this punishment, Boxer, but this is all still the first round.
Yeah, still all the first round, and Bailey just showing enough confidence by going down low for 2 strikes and then just coming up with these combinations. But if you're Ungodly, you got to know that you're never out of it, because you got that 98 power there coming out by Figueiredo, and man, that can just end the night at any point in time. But Trials doing a good job, looking so confident here. Like you said, Bailey, only round 1 have done so much damage so far against that 91 chin, and these guys are not letting up. 25 seconds, Bailey, and they're still going.
Yeah, they are. Ungodly landing a few more shots, even though he's on the back foot. Thought about southpaw for a second there. Jab lead hook lands, but Trials is trying to power through. Gets that left hook through, double shot to the body, and another lead hook straight, stick him down. And there is not much left in the tank for Ungodly there. Unfortunately, looking pretty good for B3 so far.
Wow, man, Trials landing some beautiful combinations there, Bailey. And whenever you got your opponent in that frame advantage, when they're recovering and you're going down low, landing hooks to the body and then coming back upstairs, it just makes for these highlight knockdowns there. And look, Trials just starting off right exactly where he left off, got the slip and rip, then going to the body, going upstairs, and he's in trouble right now, facing a lot of adversity. Is Ungodly.
Jeez, and this was Ungodly's pick. He picked Figueiredo, and Trials has just completely counterpicked here with TJ, using the footwork and the speed to just dance around the outside of Ungodly. That slip straight has been money time and time again. The TKO for the win right there. Trials picks it up for B3. That's 1 point on the board there in this best of 3 against the Kings. Trials representing England tonight. Came in 0-0 season 4, gets a win for his team and for himself here. Great performance by Trials.
Man, yeah, great performance. I really want to see Trials play some of these other, like, who did we see in the previous fight? I mean, like Paullier or something like that. Like, man, that would be a great fight. But right now, man, I mean, Trials just came out here and got it done. Now, one thing I do want to point out, with this TJ Dillashaw pickup, man, a lot of people must like this switch stance of 99, footwork of 97, and this is almost 95 across the board. It is a very high level meta pickup right now, and I like it because it seems balanced, because his chin is only a 90, so you got all these tools at your disposal, but you got to be careful with them. And man, it makes for an exciting fight when you have these high level players taking on this TJ Dillashaw pickup and just using TJ Dillashaw to the best of their his ability. It's just a great and fun to watch this, Bailey. This is crazy.
Yeah, well, we have seen TJ lose tonight as well. You know, like you said, there's a balanced pick. There's some disadvantages to him as well. We've seen those exploited, but definitely right there, Trial's able to just completely dance around. I said that before. Ungodly, just using the footwork stat alone, making it really difficult for Ungodly to land anything. But you'll see there, yep, that's 1.4 B3 on the board here. Moving to the second fight in this best of 3. B3 are sending out 3-piece from Wales, represent. Taking on Cryptic here from the US. So Cryptic will pick the weight class. He's picked welterweight. These two are ready to do it, Boxer. So let's move into round number 2 in this matchup.
Okay, let's, like you said, B3 with 3-piece coming out of UK Wales, and he prefers grappling. I like that. Extremely well-rounded, high fight IQ, and he's fighting TK Cryptic, a technical pressure striker. Heavy ground control, limits his mistakes. That's very important here. Let's see who they lock in, or somebody's going to lock in this Leon Edwards pickup. No, it's very popular right now, especially with the champs win. We got one, and look at there, we're running it back here. This is the rematch on the virtual side, Leon Edwards versus Kamaru Usman. This is going to make for an amazing fight there. I would say you got the advantage on the stand-up if you got 3-piece with that Leon Edwards pickup. But then we know taking the fight to the ground right here, you know, with Kamaru Usman, you may not get back up. So Bailey in round 1, take it away.
Yeah, here we go. 3-piece got the first pick, locked up Leon Edwards here. Still in the red gloves is B3. The King's still in the blue. Toe-to-toe they go straight away. You want to be careful trading with Usman. That's kind of the new rule against Kamaru Usman, is definitely don't sit there and trade with the man. His power is ridiculous. So let's see if some kicks can get going here on the outside for 3-piece, or if he does get stuck toe-to-toe with this man's power. Wow.
Yeah, like you said, it's not all in the stats. A lot of times you don't see these move levels. That move level, I think, is a 5-star jab coming out there for Kamaru Usman. So you always have to understand this could be one punch and it's done. Like he can sit there and just wither you down with that jab. But we know just how talented Leon Edwards is, especially there with 3-piece here. And this is a different pace right now that we're seeing, Bailey, from the other fights. A little bit slower. These guys is it's a 1 division higher. But man, they're still very technical here in these exchanges.
Yeah, there's just so much power coming out from Cryptic. You can see it bouncing off the block of 3-piece, who's stepping in a little bit now to do some combinations, slip straighting on the outside. That's good, but no kicks from 3-piece yet. I really feel like targeting the legs, something like that, just give Cryptic something else to think about other than the boxing in close can really help. Why not a takedown there? Tries to level change on Usman, though. That's going to be tough. Cryptic's punishes there nicely with a knee and then 2 shots to the body to follow up. Tough break for 3-piece. He gets a lead hook to the body, but he needs more than just 1 shot here, Boxer.
Yeah, exactly. It's very tough to take down Kamaru Usman with a 99 takedown defense. Okay, and whenever you get that denied, that's going to hurt you in your stamina, and that definitely is going to help Cryptic. However, Cryptic had to do something with it, because right now what I'm seeing is 3-piece is landing some nice combinations of his own, and man, now here's the takedown attempt right here in a late denial. You don't see these animations right there come out all the time there by Cryptic trying to get a takedown of his own.
Nice work. Inside trip gets denied as well and rolls out. There's a good job by 3-piece to land that rear uppercut to the body. He's done it about 3 or 4 times now, trying to chip away at the stamina. There's a nice 2 as well, just starting to put the hands together in combination, then get in and out. It's much better for 3-piece right here, but Cryptic is still trying to march forward. Lands something big, blocks the body, lands a straight lead hook, and that does big chunks of damage. Oh, and another lead hook here as well. This is a lot of damage to have taken in the first round for 3-piece. We'll see how he recovers going into the second. But who are you giving this first round to here? Cryptic's, Boxer?
Man, it's so hard to... I think I might have to go with Cryptic's right here. I like the output. No guy has landed a takedown. Leon Edwards has a 94 poor takedown defense right there. That was a nice knee. You never know if that could have turned the tides because that may count as a significant strike. But look at there, nice leg work there that we see coming out from Cryptic. That's a hard one to judge, Bailey, and both of those guys went for takedowns. Both of them got denied. So we already know they showed their hand. They definitely want to take this fight to the ground, not able to get there. Round 2.
Yeah, it was a devastating knee to the face right there, just crunched off the chin. Cryptic showing the power of Usman, level changing as well as he's putting his combinations together. But there's some good stuff by Three Piece. He got great clinch striking as Leon Edwards. Would be nice to see him use it a little bit. Really mix this fight up rather than just making a boxing fight. Slid back and applied the left hook on the chin. Nice timing right there by Three Piece. Comes back on the inside but misses on the rear uppercut. Makes out Cryptic as well. A little side step with a straight. That's nice. And that lead hook will be coming behind it. And another stick with the left hook. This is accurate work by Three Piece Boxer. And another one.
Oh, yes. He knows, like, look, hey, I know you think I'm throwing that straight and you want to slip it, but I'm throwing that hook. But he's throwing the rear hook. It seems like if he ends up throwing that lead hook and he slips into that lead hook, then you might see, all right, against that 99 takedown defense, was not able to get it there. You know, but here he's who is this Three Piece just still pouring it on here. This is technical stuff that we're seeing.
Yeah, damn, man. These two going backwards and forwards, both doing a really good job trying to land what they're trying to land. This is much better in this round, though, from Three Piece. That left hand, he's just sniping him out with it. Made an excellent read to see that it was coming. Oh, my God. Right hook, rear uppercut, and then a Three Piece behind it. That was disgusting work by Cryptics. And the instant level change from Three Piece just goes to show how much of an X factor the power is.
Slam there, Bailey, by Cryptics.
Beautiful high crotch takedown right there. And now he's on top. Gonna hopefully land some of these elbows. Double deny here from side control into this crucifix position. This is bad news, Boxer.
Yeah, exactly. You talk about a 95 takedown top control by with Kamaru Usman and Cryptics, and only a 90. Leon Edwards average at best on this game here, and able to posture up by Cryptics and land some one nice ground and pound. He wants to do more of that. And like D-Mar said, you land these elbows, these things are round fillers. And so this is where he wants to be. A minute left, and he wants to kind of change the tides back into his favor, Bailey. But this is where he wants to be with Kamaru Usman in the top control.
Yeah, it was a great adjustment to do through this round that was so close. Obviously, it was Three Piece that took the takedown. Cryptic's got this high crotch off a takedown denial, really, from that clinch position.
Exactly.
Such a nice and fun animation to hit, and it does damage as well, so it does score really big on the scorecards. It counts the takedown plus the extra damage as well, and now just holding this top position. There's not much activity from Three Piece off the bottom, gone for the foot on hip fake twice now, but he's not throwing punches after it or looking to transition. Granted, these short shots aren't doing much for Cryptic. They won't be significant. He won't be getting any control time for being in the guard right here. And there's the ref stand-up as well.
Yeah, I don't know if he didn't want to risk, you know, getting any stamina depleted there, especially when you got Kamaru Usman and that top control of that 95. I think you could have actually, you know, went into side control. But, you know, nevertheless, this is at the end of the round. Probably didn't make much of a difference. But Bailey, like you was talking about, that sequence, what a nice sequence there. Kamaru Usman with that 99 takedown defense. You know, you can deny late, right, and still reap the rewards. And then he ended up getting a takedown of his own off of that high crotch. That was a very great sequence that might have won him that round.
Yeah, I think it might be 2 rounds up for Cryptic right now. Who knows? Three Piece, I'm sure, going to come out and do whatever he can. Neither guy has really been able to put a significant amount of damage together one time on the feet, but they've both certainly landed big shots. Let's see what they can do now. The left hook misses, and one came back from Cryptics and cracked Three Piece. Really took some damage off that head health. And now you see Three Piece trying to push forward a little bit more, get their combinations together. Not many kicks coming out from Three Piece, so there's another left hand, though. That's nice work, and a pull counter into the elbow. Cryptics trades. Left hand for left hand. Great work.
Coming out by Three Piece, you never can count. Leon Edwards out. Round 3, you never know what can happen here, Bailey. And nice head movement there coming out by Cryptic. He's going to need it as he's on the back foot here, and Three Piece is applying that pressure. But wow, Bailey, out of nowhere, a rock coming out there three-peat.
Yes, that left hook of 3-piece has really been working for him for this fight. Probably the best shot he's been landing over and over again with it. They traded there, actually got the better of the trade as well. And Cryptic's not being able to be too active because he's on the back foot constantly, slips the uppercut this time. But if that was another one of those hooks, that would have done some big damage. Stiff 2 to the body, drains all the stamina. Then the jab, left hook comes back over the top. But Cryptic's with the long straight arms of Usman still just touching 3-piece, and he doesn't need a lot to get another rock, Boxer.
Exactly. And what I'm saying,
oh, there it is
right there, dude. Huge left hand there coming out by Cryptics there. That was a great call to get that rock back and maybe get this round back to even. But I like one thing that Cryptics was doing. He used the defensive sway with the block there, just to kind of stay safe. But you got to watch out because with 3-piece, that stamina is low and it shouldn't take much. But either guy has to do it here, coming up on 2 minutes to go in third and final round.
The head snaps back so far on 3-piece when that 2 lands from Cryptics. Just pops him back every time. And don't forget, B3 right now, they are up 1 point. So if, you know, 3-piece can get this done with this Leon Edwards pick, that's it. B3 take this best of 3 against the Kings, but Cryptic says no. Lovely takedown as well to finish it off. Barely any stamina, but gets it. There's the guillotine over the top with 1 minute 22 left on the clock. This might stay in here, Boxer.
Yeah, he has enough time to do it, and you never know. Look, Bailey, he's showing signs of that he can come back with this submission out of nowhere, but I think the escape is going to finally come out. But this is deep, Bailey. You know.
Yeah, he got it in there. He got the stamina right, but I just think the sub defense on Usman is just too high. Oh, he's going to pass over for the Von Flu on the counter. Needs to be careful he doesn't get choked himself. Looks like he is out of this, but there's only 30 seconds left in the round as a result. Less than that even. And it looks like Cryptics might sail away with this one, Boxer.
Wow, Bailey, and explain that sequence right there. That's a counter on the submission there with that Von Flu choke.
Yeah, I think it's stage 2 of the full guard guillotine, maybe. You'll have a little button prompt, and if you hit it before your opponent, it'll automatically pass out of the full guard into side control and start countering the submission. So it just switches to you being the submission offensive instead, which is kind of a nice mechanic, really. I like it. It's pretty fun. You can put people out with that if the stamina is low enough. But there we go. Cryptics gets the win right here for the Kings, Boxer. That makes it 1 win apiece for B3 and the Kings right now, keeping things exciting. B3 and the Kings both won last week. So they are both looking to, you know, keep their O intact, I guess, for this season. But it's 1 apiece now. We're down to the 3rd and final 3. Did you like that fight, Boxer?
Yeah, definitely like that fight. Any time that you're able to control a fight with Kamaru Usman and use that fighter to the best of his abilities, it is a technical beauty thing to see on this game, especially when you have such a dangerous fighter in Leon Edwards. I mean, man, that was a great fight. Great job to both of those fighters.
All right, so just one more to decide this here between these two players, these teams here. Just for a reminder, October 8th here on the ESFL, we will have our wrestling WWE Esports again. Swiss Levax will be defending his title. It's going to be here October this 8th, 2 p.m. Central Time. If you want to come watch some WWEs, they call it, I believe. I don't think it's as good.
WWE.
But it will be a good event. I know that enough. And the commentary is fantastic as well. So do check it out if you're into that video game. Or if you do like a bit of wrestling, there we go. Swiss Levax defending his title. All right, let's put a nail in the coffin here of this best of 3 matchup. B3 against the Kings right here. It's been good so far. They have passed now to B3 Wordlife getting to pick weight class. He has picked lightweight. So it's up to Kai from Holland to make that first pick. Here we go. Kai against Wordlife. Final here. 1 apiece for these two, Boxer.
Okay. All right. So we got Wordlife. This is a very talented, long-time ESFL vet. Where I get a lot of my tips from comes from Wordlife. I mean, he knows a lot of stuff about this game. Sneaky feint, high-level grappling, pressure striker. KW. Okay. The name says it all. In the ESFL, everybody knows KW. Good pressure, great grappling, elite pressure. This is going to be a good test here Wordlife or Kai W, especially with everything on the line. Look at there, we get a chance to see the new version of Alexander Volkanovski. This is going to be a great pickup there. And then who do they pick up? This Dustin Poirier pickup. All right, you got to watch out because of that power by Dustin Poirier with that 95 combined with that 96 speed. You definitely may want to take that fight to the ground here. So I definitely want to see both of these fighters here. In round one, Balian, tell me what you see.
Yeah, let's go. Let's get it. So Kai on the right-hand side there for the Kings. E3 and Wordlife here on the left. Now, Kai's not had a fight in a long time in the ESFL. He's coming back after some time off. Wordlife wasted no time getting right in the face. Obviously, you have reached this advantage, but you've got the short, quick hands that come out nice and fast. So he's going to stay right in the pocket there with a close box, and it's going to help out Wordlife a lot. But already Kai finding a home for the left hook, trying to keep Wordlife back. Create some space, land some of those outside shots, the leg kicks perhaps.
Yeah, exactly. So when you got this Alexander Volkanovski pickup, when you definitely want to get in close because like you said, Bailey, you do have that disadvantage. But when you get in, you got those fast hands perk that you can let those hooks fly. And then if the fight does go to the ground, then you're able to do very good there as the current champion is more than serviceable on the ground. But look at that power there we already see by Kai W. Looking very comfortable here on the feet early.
Yeah, he's flowing through combinations nicely. Just going to have to deal with all the physicality that comes with Alexander Volkanovski, with the recovery and the chin stat, the stamina, because Kai already fading a little bit here. But he landed a few good shots to the body, even things up a little bit, switch stance back to the orthodox right now. Wordlife not able to get on the inside as he was earlier. Not playing any kick game either. He's usually just working the boxing here with Volkanovski, who has great kicks, leg kicks as well. Could be a nice option for him. Kai on the back foot now, banging the straight lead uppercut. Combinations with the spinning back fist lands. Triple shots to the body as well here. The rear uppercut trying to get the counter, but a slip straight lead uppercut. Oh my God, boxer.
Man, see, Bailey, this is what I see. It's very important, you know, just to switch up your rhythm. You know, that's what I'm seeing. Kai W is able to get that rhythm there. He's downloaded what his fighter wants to do. What's happening right now, Bailey?
Not entirely sure. I've been told in the back they don't know. I didn't see if it was a 5-round fight. Honestly, looked like maybe his controller ran out of batteries or something. He stood still for a second.
Man,
oh, it was 5 rounds. Okay.
If you Kai W, man, you was up big. I mean, boy, he got that rock. Man, that's a good restart for Wordlife right there.
Well, they both rocked each other, didn't they, technically? So, you know, I guess it was even. Rock a piece right here. We're going to go straight back into it, though. Looks like these guys are, yeah, almost forgot to change it from 5 rounds. They got ready so quick again for this fight. We'll go straight back to the fight. Yeah, the fight's ready to go. Okay, let's do it. Let's go.
All right, I guess, you know, we're starting over, you know, same guy, same strategy, same pickup there. But I think if you're Wordlife, I think you kind of can use that, right, to say, you know, maybe now I can switch up my rhythm here a little bit because it seemed like Kai W had already downloaded the sequence, you know, able to slip straight counter. Definitely one of the more powerful counters, you know, in the game, and doing a good job here. But yeah, let's see round one, baby. Let's get it.
All right. Forget everything you just saw. It's back to square evens here. B3, the Kings, one apiece. Both want to get a win to stay high on that leaderboard. Both got a win last week. Week 2, I should say, of season 4 right here. So it all depends on these two men. Wordlife trying to get a win for his team. Kai trying to do the same right here. Now the kicks are coming out. Mentioned them not being a part of the first round there, but now a couple of bits of chopping low from Wordlife. One from Kai, lead up to the body, stiffs him there as well. These guys just going toe to toe again then, boxer, really quickly.
Yeah, exactly. They are picking up right where they left off, still going toe to toe. Kai W still doing a lot of the same. And I like some of these kicks right here and that body kicks that Kai W is landing, because that's going to nullify the difference, you know, of the cardio between Alexander Volkanovski pickup versus, you know, a Dustin Poirier pickup. So good job by landing these body kicks there by Kai W.
Yeah, he's really pushing forward with them as well, using them to take space. That was a nice little level change there on the single leg, but doesn't get it. Nice frame and break there from Wordlife as well. He's looking a little bit more calm compared to the last round. Chop the outside of that leg kick as well. Let's see if he keeps going to them. The lead hook is floating in by Kai almost every time, though. Step with the jab, and there's another teep up the middle and a nice knee off the lead leg as well. Good stuff by Kai, mixing up the targets, getting Wordlife to come in and out and in and out. But there's a four-piece combination, returns though back to the body with the rear uppercut on the far side. That'll take more for the long-term stamina. Good work so far by Kai. He seems a bit more settled than in the first round last time out.
Yeah, definitely doing a really good job right now. And, you know, Wordlife needs to watch out so he doesn't get that stamina depleted. I see Kai W is going again for those teeps to the body. And that's going to end up paying dividends for him later in this fight. And he has Wordlife whiffing a couple of combos here. Kai W still doing a good job here in this first round.
Yeah, still with the pressure. Hands not come down yet from Wordlife, but he is now timing the range of those a bit nicer. There was a nice switch kick, but ate a lead hook as a result. And then both men are using a lot of forward pressure here and there, crashing into each other at the same time. Surprised they haven't headbutted each other yet.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, there, stiffed in with the double jab. Nice liver shot there. Snuck under the elbow, went high this time. Jab, lead hook, rear uppercuts coming in as well. And you got to look out for that spinning back fist because you got to rock with it before. There's the lead overhand this time.
Yeah, lead overhand, nice sequence there coming out from Wordlife, but he's whiffing a lot of these big shots. Has to watch out. You know, it's very tough here when you got Alexander Volkanovski because you have that damn stamina disadvantage. You got to figure out how you're going to come in. You got to come in through the teep kicks of Kai W, and that is one way to get in. Come in with those leg kicks. I see Kai W is cognizant of it, and then now maybe you want to throw something up high. These guys are going back and forth, Balian in round one. Not sure. Got it. Did you see any fighter take advantage over the other in round one?
Oh man, I don't know. It was very, very close. Kai landed a ton of those linear kicks to the body, right? He had the straight kicks going up the middle. So the side kicks came out, the teep kicks came out, but he got a couple of those roundhouses in as well. But then on the other hand here, of course, Wordlife was landing a few big lead hooks kind of crashing through as well. I would probably lean towards Kai if I had to score it, but we'll have to see. Kai obviously representing Holland tonight. We have Wordlife from the USA. Nice side kick into the cage, double leg, collect the hands. Beautiful job in side control. You gotta love that, boxer.
Look at that. That's an animation I don't see too often either. And I was just getting ready to say, this Wordlife, don't forget about his elite grappling. However, he finds himself on the bottom. You got to watch out because Wordlife knows how to sweep just about from every single position. He's taking a lot of damage here in this sprawl, this sub bottom. All right, but look at there. He gets Kai W lets him up just to dive right back on top in the full guard. Now you're getting ready to see where Wordlife shines, and just right on cue, able to get the sweep, and he has 3 minutes 35 seconds to work, Bailey.
Yeah, he just faked and swept there. Didn't need anything else to set it up. No full guard momentum sweeps. That was nice work by Kai there. Honestly thought he was going to get that. It's always a little risky when it happens, and now an arm triangle smash coming out from Wordlife. Why not put some pressure on? Not going to be able to do much with side control against the cage here once he does get it. If he does pass, but probably going to use this just to fill things out, also get some points on the board. Has been taken down and eaten a few significant strikes here as Kai has held top position. Let's see, he might actually step over here, Boxer, and take the side control. There we go, he gets that as well. And also it's going to really hurt the stamina, so you can chain a second sub. If you get side control position on the arm triangle attempt, you can usually chain it to something else. I don't know if he will do that. He'll take Crucifix instead. Let's see if he can hold this spot and get some big damage off. There's the first denied, Boxer.
Wow. And see, Wordlife, once you get here in this Crucifix position, he is so good at reading that very first transition, which way you're going to go. And the more and more that he gets a block, the easier it is he's going to be able to read the next one. That was a great job by Kai W, able to get out of the Crucifix of Wordlife, but you're not out of the woods yet because Wordlife's still on top. But now I want to see a minute 30 left. Needs to posture up, needs to do something with this position if he wants to take full advantage of it.
Oh, and he gets the posture up. The shots are going to come down right now from Wordlife, who's taking full control of this round. You can't see the head health on Kai, but the screen going red is not a good sign. Surely that he was almost put out there, to be honest. There, the mount attempt blocked this time. Good work adjusting by Kai, but the posture up again from Wordlife, and this is where you want to be with Volkanovski. You've got such good ground and pound, you've got the stamina to unload, and this is not fun for Kai, who's got to carry all this damage here into the third round, Boxer.
Yeah, exactly. So going into the third round, I don't think.
That's it. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah. I was getting ready to say, Wordlife has one or two more postures up, to go, and I think he wants to score some points right here to end off the second round, and that's what we said, man. Wordlife is elite on the ground. I was wondering if he was going to stay on the feet and not forget about his ground game, but at some point it's like, hey, even if I get taken down, I'm on the ground. This is where I want to be.
Yes, indeed. All right, third and final round right here. It's one apiece for B3 and the Kings. They both won last week in the first week of the PlayStation League table. Here they are, week 2. Both these men desperately want to win for their team, get them a point on the scorecards. This is week 2 for these guys. There'll be 5 more weeks to play. The pool party happens. Oh my God. I mean, Boxer, that was just such a sequence.
Wow, what a guard takedown reach there by Wordlife. Necessarily hadn't seen that. Now, you don't want to be in the guard of Justin Paullier, because look at there, he's able to get that rubber guard, and that could end up leading to an easy mount sweep. And look at there, very cognizant of the situation is Wordlife. No parts of Dustin Poirier's full guard. Now he's back standing where he received a rock there, and Kai W facing a lot of adversity here in round 3, Bailey.
Yeah, they both got such high recovery stat as well, but there's one that clips him all that ground and pound damage out. He got pull counter. He's read it every time as Wordlife, every time Kai's sat back for that. But that head kick breaks through the block somehow, and the uppercut as well sat him down. I can't believe it. Kai's making a comeback. Wordlife getting tagged on right now, refusing to move position, eating shots in the clinch, and one on the break. Boxer, what a comeback.
Wow, Kai W doing exactly what he needed to do to turn this round back into his favor. And when you get that knockdown, he did exactly that, Bailey. But Wordlife sticking to his game plan, wants to stay safe here, because if he gets some postures up from this position, he can do damage, but he gets swept. And man, Kai W doing a great job here, pouring on a lot of pressure right now of Wordlife. These shots right here from Dominant Sprawl are going to do a lot of damage here, and let's see what happens in round 2. Wow, Bailey, what an amazing sequence there.
Yeah, that was just so close to being finished right there as well. Then Kai got the top position to get some ground and pound off, wasn't able to do it. Wordlife though back on the feet, hunting for these hooks for the finish. You can't think Kai has much head health left. He took all that ground and pound in the second round, been battered about in this third round. Still standing somehow, getting chopped with the leg kicks. But again, he's probably only one big shot, one big counter away from getting another rock on Wordlife. So Wordlife has to be careful, especially because this is now 1 minute left, and one of these teams is going to get some points for this the rest of this season.
Yeah, exactly. This is definitely a very important minute here. And Wordlife he's very dangerous, but is also in a lot of danger himself. And that's the same situation for both of these fighters right here. And right now, all of those head kicks are going to bleed through, even though if they're not in the proper distance. Last 20 seconds here, I'm pretty sure we're going to see some fireworks coming out, as though these guys are going to start taking some chances here, as both of these guys are hurt and going for the takedown to seal it.
I love that.
Will that be enough though, baby?
A little high crotch on the way. I don't know. I think Wordlife has probably got it done, but we're going to see. I know that Kai will want to be getting the win up here for the Kings. Both men 0-0 so far this season as well, representing their teams for the first time. That was a lovely head kick that nearly won him the fight outright. Just dropped him afterwards as well. Looks like he's broken Volkanovski's nose.
Yeah, let's see what the judges say.
All right, exciting stuff. It's on the line here. Who gets the point? 5 more weeks left to play. across the table here at PlayStation.
29-28.
But getting a point tonight will be... Oh, the Kings! The Kings get a point, and Kai W gets the win. Hard-fought fight right there. I don't even know. Maybe some people don't agree with that one, Boxer, but that's what the judges voted. At the end of the day, that final round, that knockdown, winning him that final round, crucial there. Wow.
Yeah, what I'm seeing is Kai W winning the significant strikes in round 1 and in round 3, enough to take it on home. Whatever the stats say, the judges saw enough. All 3 unanimous decision victory there by Kai W against a very strong Wordlife, where he had to fight where he wanted. That was a great fight, baby.
Yeah, indeed. And go check out Kai Films on YouTube there as well. Does a bunch of different content over on the YouTube channel, but well done. Shout out to Kai. And yeah, Kai Films on YouTube if you want to go check out, follow some of his content. Congratulations though to the Kings. They get a win this week. And yeah, with just one more team, well, 2 more teams to fight, but 1 more team will get some scoreboard points here, because we have had 3 matchups. Now on to the 4th and final one this evening. We'll take a look at it now. We have No Mercy taking on Team Dark here, and damn, I mean, these guys have put forth their best picks tonight. We've got Harry returning after a amazing debut last week. Only guy to get a first round finish last week in any fight. Harry gets a first round finish, and he's back this week to take on Swiss Lebax. Could there be a tougher challenge for a new guy? I don't know, Boxer. We're going to find out. Proxa is back to take on, I believe that was a Smudger. Proxa, yeah, it's Proxa, my bad. Proxa is back to take on Papadok. This will be crazy as well. Proxa representing Slovenia tonight. Dobry den, Proxa, Dobry den. And yeah, Papadok coming out. Team Dark doesn't get much better than that. Oh, wait, they also sent Goat in tonight. Goat 1099 representing Team Dark against Smudger here as well. So yeah, No Mercy got a win last week. So did Team Dark. Only one team can win this week, Boxer. It is a stacked lineup to get things all wrapped up here. Season 4, week 4, final matchup. No Mercy versus Team Dark. First fight here, Harry versus Swiss Lebax. Let's go to the matchup at flyweight, Boxer. And what can you tell us about these?
Okay, let's see. No Mercy Harry coming out first, 1-0 out of Scotland, undefeated. I'm sorry, not undefeated. Defeated Storm by TKO round 1. Known for TikTok content. No Mercy camp leader. Okay, and he's an elite, has elite pressure, slick head movement, good boxing combos. Swiss Lebax almost needs no introduction. An ESFL vet, former champion, and one and the only, the man, the myth, the legend, Swiss Lebax, the pressure GOAT. We know he's going to put that pedal to the metal. Fights with no regard for human safety, prefers to strike. And we know Swiss doesn't even look at that stamina, doesn't take it into consideration, just goes forward. And we've seen him win time after time, Balian, since early ESFL days against the best of the best.
Yeah, I think this one's going to be over. This one's probably going to be over in the first round here, but Swiss in the red gloves representing Team Dark, Harry in the blue. For Team No Mercy, Harry, the new kid on the block, Swiss, the ever veteran status, the top level fighter. Let's see how these two go. Harry, though, on the initial pressure right here. The Kai Kara France pick up a new hot pickup at this 125 division. Good, clean hands there by Harry as well. He's been touching away. Like we said, you mentioned it, Harry is a TikToker. He's been uploading some highlight reels and now making his way over to some actual esports competition, and he's putting it on Swiss Lebax right now, who we never see usually take a backward step, using a bit of head movement, pulled out there, waiting for his time perhaps to move forward. But good pressure from Harry so far.
Wow, it reminds me of like Kimbo Slice, the YouTuber, coming over into the UFC, you know, fighting one of these champions. This guy's heavily decorated. And look at Swiss Lebax with that nice head movement there. And with this Kai Kara France pickup, we don't get a chance to see this against this meta pickup with TJ Dillashaw, but Kai Kara France, punch speed of 96 and that 95 power, no slouch, and definitely a meta pickup in this division.
Yeah, Swiss is constantly doing this pullback to get away from these hooks, and I think he's trying to set up like a snap straight right, but it's not necessarily working out very well for him all the time. Constantly circling to the inside, but means he's constantly going into the left hand of Harry, who's southpaw, and it's costing him a lot of head damage right now. We know Swiss has a never say die attitude, but Harry is not being phased by this moment at all. Boxer, he's walking him down, and there's a slip.
Look at there.
After the lead uppercut as well, but the head movement from Swiss keeps it in it just about, but that's some big damage by Harry, nice and early, and already flashing the head health of Swiss, who is continuing to back up right here and beating up the block. Boxer, this is almost a quick night here for Harry. Will it be another first round finish?
It might be. I mean, we usually hadn't seen Swiss fight like this on the back foot. I don't know what it is from Harry that he's not seeing what he needs to see to go forward. But look at there. Harry able to land that huge right hand there, left hand there coming out from TJ Dillashaw. And he seemed like he's looking to land that hook whenever Swiss Lebex sways out of that. So I mean, that's something to watch out for. Is he going to throw the straight? Is he going to throw that hook on that second strike?
I mean, Harry's just walking him down and just smashing the block, and it's just bleeding through and smacking the head health. Swiss is trying to move his feet, but he's trying to move his head, but he's moving his feet, and then his head, and now he gets cracked again here. Harry swarming now. It looks like it will be a first round finish. 30 seconds on the clock, but the uppercuts are coming back from Swiss. He's not fading with fight on the back foot, trying to throw every combination he has. Harry relentlessly pushing forward. The pull counters from Swiss. Man, if Swiss is able to turn this round, it'll be impressive. One more left hand lead uppercut there as well into the lead hook. Rear uppercuts non-stop. Looping, chaining them together. Another rock. And there is a KO. 0-0 on the clock. Another first round finish for Harry. New kid on the block.
Swiss Lebex Balian.
Damn. 2 appearances, 2 first round finishes. That's probably going on his TikTok. If you haven't checked this man out yet, you need to. Harry representing no mercy shown tonight in any facet. Uppercut on the buzzer beater, Boxer.
Wow, can I say Harry came out and Swiss. Man, we hadn't seen that too often in ESFL history. Okay, Harry coming out here just getting it done with this TJ Dillashaw pickup. TJ Dillashaw is a problem across multiple weight divisions here. It's a reason why fighters are picking up this TJ Dillashaw. That was very, very impressive to get a win, not only against anybody in Dart, but Swiss Lebex. I mean, no mercy. Harry coming out, putting some respect on his name, getting the job done early. Balian, great fight.
Super impressive. I mean, if you've seen any of the ESFL over the years, Swiss Lebex is a name that's been inside the top 10 pound for pound across the board for a long, long time. Any given night, he's beaten some of the best players in the world. You know, different matchups against different people, styles make fights, but Harry just proving once again, this guy is not just all talk here. 2 first round finishes in season 4, gets a win here for Scotland, as well as his team, No Mercy, and that makes things interesting, because No Mercy are now up 1-0 in this best of 3. Let's go to the next fight, though, Boxer. It's going to be Proxa taking on Papa Doc right here. And at welterweight, so Papa Doc will get the first pick. But yeah, Team Dark need to get one back on the board. Papa Doc going to be looking to do that.
Okay, now we getting into the second fight. No Mercy, Proxa. Okay, well-balanced fighter, good grappling, and good mechanics. Okay, so can't wait to see that, especially if he ends up picking up this Conor McGregor pickup. Okay, now Papa Doc fighting out of the USA, of course, 1-0, defeated Ned by decision. Papa Doc, one of the GOATs of the GOATs, world class grappler, head kick specialist, controls the pace. He's going to take the fight where he wants it, when he wants it right now. Okay, so you got this welterweight pickup here. Conor McGregor, that's the meta pickup against Leon Edwards. Since Leon Edwards in real life won the championship, we're seeing this big time, use of Leon Edwards here as some of his stats got improved. So I'm looking to see round 1, a great striking matchup, Bailey.
Yeah, we'll see if Papa Doc can make use of those head kicks. But here's Proxa, all the way from Slovenia with the Conor McGregor pickup, taking on one of the world's best in Papa Doc, who absolutely decimated his head health right there. That was crazy. Slip straight again from Papa Doc. Marching forward and marching through the combinations of Proxa, who's going to have to be careful. He can't hang around on the inside, but up close, he'll find some knees and some takedowns waiting for him. I like the matchup. So far seems to be a good battle between two guys who both know what they're doing, have their own strategies. A double jab, Illy, the target right now for Proxa.
Yeah, definitely. So you got to watch out that speed of Conor McGregor here. And I want to see these great mechanics here by Proxa. That's what he's known for. And I'm already liking the way that he's moving, the distance that he's showing. He's showing that he's cognizant of all of these areas here. But Papa Doc, we know he's slow and he's methodical, and he can get it done. And look at there, already got one of the active knockdowns, necessarily not going to count on the judge's scorecard. But man, good job, good sequence there by Papa Doc.
Yeah, they just exchanged left hands after that as well. And, you know, Leon's got some power. Just because you're playing McGregor doesn't mean you should always be making those trades, especially if you can land clean. And that's what Papa Doc has been able to do. He's done a great job with that slip straight left as Papa Doc, whenever Proxa tries to come right down the middle. There he is, looking for it again right there. That should be a weapon throughout this fight. I was just about to say some leg kicks or something should come out, hopefully, from Proxa there, just to show the threats at different range. But good work, both men. So far, the double jab again, just touching the chin of Papa Doc, who's lost a ton of head health already. Slip straight from Proxa, doesn't land. The jab fake hits that switch pivot there. I do like that. He's rolling his head off and then hitting the L1 step, which is giving like a nice animation that will also hit the complete like 360 rotation that you can do as well.
And see, this is what they talked about. Great mechanics here coming out by Proxa. Like you say, he hit that switch. He hit that, you know, that lunge up out of a danger here, and he takes the center of the octagon. He's the one that has Papa Doc on the back foot. Look at there, going down low, and he has the stamina advantage, and he has all of this room to back up and work against the cage, and that's why this position is so advantageous here. Proxa, very impressive here, but you got to watch out because Papa Doc landed some huge strikes of his own.
Yeah, beautiful knee, jab, rear hook right there from Papa Doc. He doesn't need a lot. I mean, he's being accurate and does chunks of damage off of Proxa's health. He keeps hitting that pivot there to that same side. Expect Papa Doc to throw some leg kicks to the outside of that leg because he keeps hitting that. Goes into that liver shot as well, but he's draining the stamina boxer. He's done a lot of work in this first round, and things are looking pretty good for Team No Mercy after that first round with Proxa.
Wow, what I'm seeing at the end of that round, Proxa doing a lot more head damage to Papa Doc at that time at the very end than Papa Doc has done to Proxa. But we've seen Papa Doc face the most adversity here coming out in round two. It looks like Proxa is doing a lot of the same. He's the one controlling the center of the octagon and also changing levels, landing those body strikes. That is a recipe for success here in this game. Let's see if he can keep it up.
Yeah, the double jab from Proxa doing a great job. He's letting him cover the distance, and then he's in range to land the rest of his strikes and start planting his feet. And Papa Doc not able to get out of the range of that double jab or find a counter. He was slip straighting lefting down the middle, but that's not been working for him there. And they both do the same thing, get off the angle. Nice work. Good head movement from Proxa. I love the level change to the body, then flicks up a kick as well. This is good stuff. And it just looks like Papa Doc is one step behind tonight. 1, 2, 3, and then another 2 on the break as well. Little 4-piece combination that's going to give him a ton more space there. Level changing, jab low into the long straight. Now the left hook over the top. Clinching from Papa Doc, pushing him to the fence, trying to create some space for himself, but he's having real trouble here. Gonna lock the hands into a lovely double leg. Great work, and let's see what he's got from top box.
Okay, so now you are in Papa Doc's wheelhouse. It's like, look, I had enough of this stuff that's happening on the feet. Proxa had the distance management. It seems like he was winning that war, but now you have to be just as elite on the feet, on the ground here when you're fighting Papa Doc, because it doesn't really matter what happened on the feet. Papa Doc can end this on the ground. And to me, this is where he specializes in. Look at that, Bailey. Out of there. What animation is that, Bailey? He's out.
I was gonna say that's the high level get-ups that you've got on Conor McGregor right there, right? Just having that stat, which some people never use. A lot of people don't always hit those get-ups, but they are there. A great work. Oh, lead hook sits him down. This is not good for Papa Doc. Here comes the ground and pound. He might get the finish. Good frames. Oh, wow. What a slip.
Bailey, you can't ask for nothing better than that sequence right there. And now it's Papa Doc, the one that's on top, letting down some huge ground pound. This could be all over. We've seen it time and time again, Bailey and Papa Doc. This is why he's one of the greatest fighters in ESFL history, able to face huge adversity and come back from the dead, Bailey, and get it done.
Wow. Oh my God. I mean, that has got to suck right there. For Proxa, what a great performance up to that point. Had just dropped him. He dropped him with the lead hook and jumped on him. And the last punch, he got slipped. Great execution of the ground and pound defense from Papa Doc. This man is dangerous on the ground. Took mount, and like you said, he can finish it on the ground. You said he could finish it on the ground, Boxer. 2 minutes later, that's exactly what he did, mate. Ground and pound from full mount. Execution was perfect. Waited for his moment, took full advantage of it.
Yeah. And that's exactly what you want to see, you know, if you're Papa Doc, because like, you know, and I made this mistake too. You're up on a fighter and you want to stay with what's working. All right. And I know it's easy. You get that knockdown because Papa Doc whiffed a kick. All right. And then, you know, Proxa did what you're supposed to do. Make your opponent whiff, land that check hook, get the knockdown. And it's so easy to go in and jump in for the finish. But you got to think, it's been working for me on the feet. Let me stay here. Let me not go to the ground. You go to the ground, get swept, it's over. Just like that. I mean, man, that's one of my favorite fights of the night. It's so many fights of the night. I'm glad I'm not the one to call it because I got about 3. This is definitely one of them. What did you see, Bailey?
Yeah, man. Well, I hope there's some fight of the night, you know, emotes going out in the chat because we've got those PlayStation emotes on today as well. But, oh, God, man, I took my glasses off. I mean, I just couldn't help but feel for Proxa right there. That's just the veteran's savvy right there of Papa Doc to just get it done in those situations, man. He does it all the time. But that does make things interesting because there's now 1 apiece box up between these guys. Otherwise, that would have been it for No Mercy. They would have taken that win. Boom, 2-0 over Team Dark. No one would have seen that coming, but it's 1-1 right now. We have one more final fight, which we are just getting ready between Goat 1099 and Smudger. Final fight of tonight. I don't know if the standings have been updated. Have they, guys in the back? Yeah, let's take a look at this standing. Some of it has been updated, so we can just have a little recap of tonight and let you guys know how things are going so far on the PlayStation side of things. Season 4 for the Esports Fight League right here. So as you can see, Kings are currently sitting at #1 in the leaderboard with 2 wins so far after 2 weeks. Now, this final matchup here, there is an opportunity for Dark or No Mercy to meet them. Dark and No Mercy currently in the 2nd and 3rd spot. So this final fight we're about to see, Boxer, will be the battle for 2nd place, I suppose, because they will be going 2-0. But apart from that, we already see across the board now, Bang Bang Bullies 1-1, Tune Squad 1-1, Elite Kings 1-1. But after tonight, Killers in Action and Showtime Killers falling to 0-2 on the leaderboard here so far. But if we take a look at the full season schedule, you'll see that everybody gets to fight everyone throughout these weeks of competition. So there is always an opportunity to bounce back. Matchups make fights, and no one team is fighting each other twice right here. So we're on week 4, September 25th right there. Those are the matchups. The next PlayStation matchup will be week 6, where we will have Elite Kings taking on the Tune Squad. B3 will be taking on No Mercy. Showtime Killers will be taking on Dark. And the Killers in Action will be taking on the Kings. That's week 6, running right up till December 4th, guys. Every Sunday, 2 p.m. CT. You better be here. Also, if you do come and watch in our official Twitch chat, if you fancy joining us here, we have predictions you can make on each fight with the in-chat currency, and then you can redeem that currency for fun things, which we are working on doing for you. Also, we've got some new emotes out for you today. But apart from that, Boxer, we have one more fight here tonight. It is to decide who will be 2nd or joint 1st place, let's say, in the current leaderboard on PlayStation. No Mercy or Team Dark. Let's go to the 3rd fight of the night. Smudger taking on Goat. Boxer, hand over to you.
Okay, now, man, this is what we've all been waiting for, right? The fight of the night right here, the last one, main event right here. We looking at Smudger. Defeated Kales in round 2. The last PlayStation event coming out of England. He's 1-0. High fight IQ. relentless pressure, well-rounded. Okay, GOAT 1099, probably hands down, you know, the best fighter in ESFL history, right? He has everything: speed, timing, precision, on the ground, the biggest of the biggest fight. GOAT 1099 has done it all since day one. Okay, so Smudger has a lot on his hands right now. And man, this right here is playing out. We got Smudger with this Conor McGregor pickup. All right, we got GOAT 1099 with this Dustin Poirier. Round one, Bailey, and let's get it.
Yeah, let's get it indeed. So Smudger in the red there for No Mercy. Go, obviously, Team Dark and the blue gloves. Let's see here. Go, executionist, but also such a technician at the same time. Smudger here fought some high-level guys, but this is as a high level as it gets in the ESFL. Can really test yourself. Look at that. 2 from GOAT, just hit stunning Smudger perfectly every time, and he's got the lead hook charge behind it. Oh,
yeah, exactly. Okay, so yeah, with GOAT 1099, you see switching stances here. See Smudger also switching stances. Not sure for what. You don't want to play these games with GOAT. Not sure what they're doing these switch stances for, but it could be just to throw their opponent off. And nice right hand there coming out for GOAT. And yeah, wasting a lot of time. And then look at there, nice teep kick there by GOAT, doing real good here, starting it out, Bailey.
I almost feel like GOAT likes to go orthodox against these southpaw guys, just so he can put the 2 down the middle and just really break the rhythm. Because GOAT is so good at that. And he had Smudger just walking forward almost every single time. He was just catching him there, waits on the trade for the lead hook right there. No body work or leg work really from GOAT right now. Touched up that right leg a little bit, but hopefully he'll see some of that come out. For Smudger, he's done good. Pressuring forward, outside leg kick, chops, jab, misses, but he came back with the left hand there as well. So that's good work to put it all together. And he's just touching, going, and trying to keep himself defensively sound at the same time. Nice return there from GOAT, chopping his own legs now, but there is an uppercut. And beautifully. Oh, and he gets the takedown as well.
Look at this, walking to the center of the octagon, Bailey, and getting the takedown.
Beautiful work into side control now as well. Exactly where GOAT wants to be, Boxer.
Yeah, exactly. When you got this Dustin Poirier pickup, you definitely had the advantage on top control, as that bottom control is average at best for Conor McGregor. Now you find yourself in this top sprawl position, and you're able to land some damage here with these body punches. And GOAT not doing too much, because these will take your stamina if you're on top. But he is doing enough, and I would expect that he would get that transition block. He didn't get it. He kept it. Going for the takedown here. Now he has the back, but look at there. No, late takedown denial there. What a sequence there. But now you got GOAT on the red side.
Yeah, you gotta love these animations, Boxer. I mean, you only see them when these high-level guys play. Honestly, there's a jab rear uppercut to the body that's landing clean. GOAT is surely going to want more of those to chip away at that stamina of the Conor McGregor pick from Smudger. But they are still trading inside leg kick landing for GOAT as well. His commitment to this orthodox stance has been playing off for him as well, as he's been digging these hard 2s as a slip to the inside from Smudger, but there's not much he could do to retake the ground. Again, just walking into the face of GOAT's offense here, who's managed the distance very, very well. First round there, I got to say, GOAT 10-0-9-9, I think, Boxer.
Yeah, definitely got to get that to GOAT, especially with the rock, especially with the knockdown, and able to do some damage on the ground. But you got to be careful, because Dustin Poirier actually, that pickup had the stamina disadvantage there coming out of round 2. But I think he did enough in terms of damage, and you got to watch out. Some rock there coming out by Smudger. He's not done, Bailey, and showing what he can do himself.
Oh, that was beautiful there. I really thought he might overextend himself and get caught with something, but he just kept touching GOAT. Perfect range. Just whipped him up and down with combinations and beat him up, and took that rock, and he's going to bank it, I think, for this entire round. Didn't want to just try and end the fight just because he hurt him, which is great from Smudger. Just needs to stay on the offense, so can't let GOAT get back into his rhythm and his flow. But there's another lead uppercut. Rear uppercut to the body, into the lead hand as well, now facing and chasing him down with that jab first, but GOAT looking to slip bang the 2. The recovery on Dustin Poirier is so high, Boxer.
Yeah, definitely. We're talking about above average 95 chin by Dustin Poirier, so he can weather this storm. GOAT has faced adversity time and time again. and he understands the scenario of each moment of the fight. But if you're Smudger, you can't get too happy right now, because this means absolutely nothing. It only means you're doing good at the moment. Let's see if he can continue the work here, but doing a great job. 2 rocks there against one of the greatest guys of all time, GOAT 1099 Smudger. A good job, Bailey, but can he follow it up?
Yeah, that is the problem. Can he follow it up? Because you mentioned the chin. He's also got the recovery stat, which means he will regen. And head health-wise, I think GOAT is still ahead even after those 2 rocks. So he can bank this round, can Smudger? I'm sure he'll take it, depending on what GOAT does. Back to him. There's a sniper like straight left that cracks him through the middle and more up the top. Unable to get his head off the center line there, and the pressure coming through from GOAT, putting it behind the leg kicks now as well, off the jab, non-stop, and cutting off the cage. Just as we talked about how well Smudger was doing, the tables turned just like that.
Just
Boxer
like that.
and almost more.
Yeah, exactly. When you talk about that 95 power from Dustin Poirier, can't be ever too careful. And now look at GOAT 1099 trying to get the takedown, and that's big for Smudger there, because that's going to help deplete some of that stamina. Look, still gets a rock there from GOAT 1099, pouring on that pressure. Looking at a head movement by Smudger on his bicycle, on the back foot. Now these guys meet back in the center of the octagon, Bailey, and both guys are hurt. Both guys face adversity. Let's see what happens next, Bailey.
Yeah, GOAT is so good when he hurts you at timing that head movement. Like, you'll move your head and he won't throw, and then as soon as your head comes back to the center, you get hit by 2 punches on your block, and then you move your head and nothing comes at you. He's just so good timing the offense, and that straight left is just working non-stop for him now. He's stepping into it, which really makes it one of the best strikes in the game to intercept a forward-moving opponent. It's a super high level on Poirier anyway, and he is cracking him with a straight. There it is again. That's all he needs. Oh, second round is over. I mean, this is close right now, Foxer.
It's very close. For whatever reason, that wrestling exchange in the first round, it seems like Dustin Poirier's stamina never recovered. However, Dustin Poirier has a recharger perk. Okay, so he's going to recover more stamina in between rounds, but even with that perk, you see Smudger still has the stamina advantage. This is where GOAT has to be careful here. This sets the table, Bailey, for a great 3rd round.
Yeah, so I think recharge is for head health and body health. It's not for stamina, but that's still great for Poirier to have in this situation. And that's probably why his stamina is still lower. But I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference here. I think they've got enough to play out this last round. Smudger down on the head health, GOAT able to weather. And this is, again, for 2nd place right now, or joint 1st place on the current leaderboard here. It's only week 2 on the PlayStation side of things, but you want to get out, start nice and early and maintain a lead if you can. Start stepping his way in, jab to the body, 2 up the top, that stiff jab there, breaking the combination, as it's been tough for Smudger to let anything fly so far this round. The double jab into the right hook, broke through the block, and now he's going toe-to-toe. But there's a head kick right there. Oh, lands it beautifully. Rear uppercut, left hook over and over again all day. Look at the little dips, though, to the inside. But will complete the hit toss. Wow.
Finally got it. Finally got the sequence that he needed. Got the bleed through head kick damage. Finally landed the hip toss, takedown here, and now he is in control, inside control, and this is all that he needed. Now, I don't know what's going to happen if it goes to the judges' scorecards, but I'm pretty sure GOAT 1099 is trying not to even let it get there, especially when he's on top. And right now, letting it down some huge ground and pound, just letting his hands fly, Bailey.
I thought that could be it right there. This is going to be very tough. Smudger fakes the get up there and goes to side control. Interesting. That was a real quick get up fake there. I don't know if GOAT just didn't want to deny or block, didn't expect it to come, but he's back here in side saddle. Elbows drop in. Surely just a matter of a time. 2 minutes left for Smudger to try and survive. But even if he does, I think GOAT will take a decision. So Smudger has to find a way back to his feet if he wants to try and get this win for his team, if he wants to get no mercy. Another point on the board. Team Dark looking like they won't be denied tonight. Don't forget, in the last fight, Harry almost beat Swiss, so they could have taken it right there, but Swiss coming out in devastating fashion with the late notice turnaround there, and now it's been domination from GOAT at points. Smudger has looked good landing shots, but this is GOAT riding top position, making it extremely difficult for Smudger to get back to the feet here, Boxer. Been a great fight so far, though.
Yeah, been a great fight. And man, I mean,
Oh, here we go.
Here it is right here. Just landing
There
down
we
these
go.
strikes right here. Go 1099, getting it done, facing adversity. We've seen it for the history of ESFL. GOAT being all kind of different predicaments and able to assess what currently is going on and make adjustments. That's why GOAT 1099 has been one of the best fighters ever that I've seen do it in the ESFL, especially facing up against a very tough challenger in Smudger that showed that could get it done. But that's the difference between having a very, very, very good fighter versus one of the great fighters.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Great job, both of those fighters. Couldn't ask for more Balian throughout this entire event.
Yeah, what a great little season 4, week 4 we've just had there, Boxer. So 4 teams going head to head again. I'm really enjoying this team format. Let us know what you guys think as well. Even if you're watching this retroactively in the YouTube comments, let us know what you think. But thank you all for tuning in tonight. Officially, it will be Team Dark who go 2-1 over No Mercy right there. So they will move to 2-0 on the leaderboard, tied with the Kings. So if we have the rankings updated, we can take a quick look at that just to give these people at home. All right, let's have a look at the standings then. When all said and done, season 4, week 4, there you go. In first and second place there at the top, we've got the Kings and Team Dark as well. So 2-0, the only teams to go 2-0. We had the winners fight the winners, the losers fight the losers. So we got 4 people on 1-1, No Mercy, Elite Kings, Tune Squad, Bang Bang Bullies, all coming in, holding strong in the mid-table. But 0-2 for Showtime Killers and Killers in Action. That's how we're standing right now after 2 weeks. But let no one get down on themselves. Each week, you know, you've got a chance for 1 point. You're playing a different team every single week, Boxer. So these guys need to stay motivated, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's early in the season and it's a long season. So just because you're down right now doesn't mean that you can't turn the tides next week. Even if you're in last place, you still have time to collect yourself, rally the troops. You know, you're in your fight camp, practice, get better. But this thing is just starting, man. And tonight to my opinion, was even better than last week. And it seems like the skill just continuing to get higher and higher. And I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. I mean, these guys, we saw people that played tonight that haven't yet played in this season. These teams, these team camps are sending in their best 3 players each weekend who they want to represent them. So we saw some new people through tonight. And don't forget, it's the top 4 teams in this league table that will qualify for a grand finale tournament at the end of the season. So you don't just have to win. If you come in the top 4, you have a place in the playoffs and you can play for the prize and for the belt as well, the championship at the end of the season. So yeah, I think things are going to shuffle around a little more. Let's take a look one more time at the season 4 schedule, guys, and what's coming up all the way from now until December here at the Esports Fight League. Every Sunday, 2 p.m. Central Time. That's 8 o'clock in the UK, 9 p.m. for Central Europe. We are back with the ESFL. Take a look at it. October 2nd, next weekend, Xbox things. It's going to be Bane and Bruce Lee Rob guiding you through that for the 3rd week of Xbox action. Things have been shaken up all over there. It's been fantastic. But we'll see here, week 6. So the Kings here will be taking on Killers in Action. That'll be 2-0. The Kings taking on 0-2 Killers in Action. And Team Dark will be taking on the Showtime Killers there as well. So also that's another 2-0 taking on an 0-2 matchup. I like how this is shaken up here because then we've got all the 1-1 teams fighting each other in week 6. Very funny how this is all played out. Anyway, right. Thank you all for joining us. Really appreciate it. If you are watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe. We have every previous event from season 4 and season 3 and UFC 3 and beyond right there on the ESFL YouTube. You can even go back and watch the official live event in Vegas as well. Always worth watching and always a good time as well. If you're here on Twitch, don't forget to give us a follow if you appreciated it or if you enjoyed the show here tonight. Big shout out to all of the ESFL staff members that help make this possible. We've got wrangling guys behind the scenes, we've got matchmakers, we've got people making sure all the fighters are together, we've got the people making the graphics, we've got Fekit in the back in the booth, obviously commentary team, analyst team to get this show out. So if you did enjoy it, show your appreciation. There's a lot of people involved, they would appreciate it. Right. Thank you guys. Season 4, week 4 in the books. You've seen the stand-ins. Next week, Xbox, me and Boxer will be back for PlayStation on week 6. I have been Bailey. Any final words from you, Boxer?
Just great night of fights. Like you said, next week, Xbox will be back here on PlayStation. to keep it all going. Can't wait.
All right, perfect. Right, thank you very much, everybody. We will see you next weekend.